Into the Mindful Exchange podcast.
Yo.
I am one of your humble ghosts, Cappy on the Great. Cap for short, Cap don't cap. Sitting next to the my big bro, Marshall, a.k.a. Black Rican. How everybody feeling, man?
Yo,
Good.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get this shit started off right, because last week I came in a little late, but we was all looking tired as a motherfucker from that Thanksgiving rebound.
Yeah, it was, Thanksgiving was rough. I ate way too much.
You always eat way too much.
That's what fat people do. That's why I'm fat.
Yeah.
You got to stop. You got to get control. You've been working out. You're like defeating the purpose.
Yeah, I eat a lot of protein.
Yeah, you can't call yourself fat no more, fam. First it starts here, and then the words you say.
I'm the sexiest fat nigga alive. Ain't nothing wrong with being fat.
Oh, word? Okay. Progress.
No, I'm sorry. He went from fat to husky.
It was
now
husky
he got to get the
back
chunky.
in the day.
And then he gonna get to.
I ain't saying shit, nigga. We get canceled nowadays.
Skinny.
I can't even speak my mind, nigga.
And it's a mindful exchange.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because some days, like, I look skinnier than most. It's weird. You ever had that before? Like, I was looking at that video. You can see my guy just got finished eating, too. But some days I get up, skinny as fuck.
That's hashtag skinny fat.
As soon as I take a bite of eggs, my
Yeah.
this shit come from, bro?
Yeah.
I'd be like that.
Glycogen stores refilling.
Mm-hmm.
So, Quest, how you doing, man? How was your week?
Great. You already know. Same old show. Working out till I can't work out no more. Trying to get this protein up. Got on my creatine regimen. I'm hyped.
Dope.
I'm high. You know what I'm saying? I'm high off of this working out.
I was gonna say you better specify what you
high
high off of, because we ain't
I'm
no
still high, son.
Shit crazy.
Yo, I know. Yo, son, I'm still high off of reaching, for this health and wellness, man.
Yeah.
Like this
Reaching or reefer?
I was gonna say I'm high off the purple glue. I didn't know. Oh,
Nah, I'm
reaching,
saying, man.
Oh, I thought you was talking about. Oh.
High off of endorphins.
Oh.
Yeah, son.
We
I'm addicted to that shit.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to the grind.
Adrenaline
I'm addicted.
And that sweat and that breathing hard. It's like,
Yeah, son.
like damn, I ran 2 more minutes further than I did yesterday.
Yo, you know what it's doing though? It's giving me a sense of something that I can actually control in my life. There's so many things going on in my life that I don't have control over, and it can be demoralizing and depressing and heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to focus, I'm talking Kobe focus on one thing, and not one thing only, but primarily for myself, which is my mental and physical health. You know what I'm saying? Is wonderful. I feel great, man. I'm gone off of that, man.
It's a beautiful
That's
thing,
what's
man. You are as a source of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you be throwing your random messages in the group, because we are on different schedules, so you might throw some random shit in there like, this is what I'm doing based off this is how, so we all need that encouragement, man. Like,
And I get that from y'all too, man.
that's
You know what I'm
beautiful,
saying?
man.
So I want to ask you this. It just hit me, right? Because a lot of people, don't know Quest as long as we've been knowing Quest, right? A lot of people don't know. You was a borderline fat boy.
Yeah.
But you've been in your fit stage for the past 7-8 years.
He was a chubbier nigga, always balling.
Oh, you know what? I've
but that's why I said borderline. You never crossed over the fat boy because you always playing basketball.
Yeah.
Nah,
But you
I
always
actually,
been, what we say, husky?
Husky.
Big boned it.
Nah, husky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had back in the day it was husky.
Do you remember
I
Quest before that? You do remember that?
before high school. Once I got in high school and I was hooping, like my life, I didn't pay attention. I was just giving niggas work. Like, and then it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Running, jumping, working out, doing air alert too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about before high school.
Yeah, before, that was when I was a chunky.
Yeah, but think
Butter
about
and bread, nigga.
You was always in shape though.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
bread,
Son, it
Because
was
he always
Jordan,
played
nigga. I was
basketball,
hooping.
bro.
I was trying to be like Mike, and I wasn't letting nobody say shit. Like, niggas used to call me Fat Jordan when we was young.
Nigga, I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
I don't remember the Fat Jordan, but I remember I was
shit.
on a friendly place, so you know what I'm saying? I remember.
Yeah,
but
son.
at the same time, I don't remember.
Always
Was you on High Street by the time he was on Friendly?
Yeah. You was on High.
You was
then?
on High Street?
Yeah, I was slimmer then.
Yeah.
I was in shape then.
Nah, I was on Friendly Place when I was in 7th grade, and you was in 8th grade.
Oh no, I wasn't there.
Where was you at?
I was on Elm Street. That's when I was on the west near
But you
West
was still
Side.
at Ernie Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember how we used to get busy in the mornings before school started?
Niggas sweat up.
Yo, and the whole day would be sweaty as a motherfucker.
I didn't give a fuck.
Me neither, son.
I didn't give a fuck,
It was healthy
son.
competition.
Nigga, I used to go to school just for the morning balling sessions, bro.
Word.
I used to jog to school to get warmed up and then give niggas that work.
Yeah. That was like, I think it was
warmed up
one of the best basketball periods of time in my life. Because sometimes niggas would get there in the morning and didn't get picked up, and it would fuck up their whole shit. Nigga. But it made them step their shit up. Like,
son, you bringing me back, fam.
That was it. That was it.
Good old days.
Hoodra, how was your week, bro?
Yo, my week was great. I can't even lie. I want to shout out y'all brothers. You know, I got a personal record last week. I squatted 225.
He got a PR.
You know what I mean?
Hold up, make sure this is the applause. What the fuck is going on?
Turn it up.
Oh. Why is fucking up with the sound effect?
I took. We in the gym. I said, Marshall, yeah, keep that 225 on there. He looked at me. He was like, nah, that's not what we doing. He said, nah, that's not what we doing.
He was concerned.
I was like, nah, I got it. I'm telling you, I got it. I got it under there. I lifted it up. He said, all right.
That's fine.
And he was like right there. I said, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? And I got to going. I got 12 of them joints. You know what I'm saying? It was
So
dope.
where did you come from? You talk about the 12. Where did it? Do you remember where you started?
Yeah. So the first leg day we did, I couldn't even do. I did the bar. I was able to do the bar 15 times. You know what I'm saying? And then I just did regular squats because I didn't have the balance.
And what was you doing when you was doing the squats? When you was?
Oh, I was holding on to the thing.
Let's be clear.
You know what I'm saying? I'm holding on. There's like the weight.
Yeah, be specific, bro.
So you know how you have the weight
rack.
the weight rack. So I would hold on to the top of the weight rack because I didn't have the balance to sit down really at all. You know what I mean? So I was just doing that. So
how long ago was that, would you say?
6 weeks.
You made that type of...
Yeah.
So, Quest, check it out. When he first started doing squats, right? They was called squats. Now he's squatting. Now he's squatting. You know what I mean? He started doing squats.
I'm about to patent that
But
shit.
this is the only way I can maybe like put a picture in your head, bro. When he first started doing the squats, he'd have the bar and picture a bendy straw. Picture the first ring on the top, just bending. Just that first ring. That's what he was doing.
Damn, nigga,
and
that's
now
a good depiction.
Now check it out. Now Cap told him, yo, grab the weight rack and see how much far you can go down. So he was going down further because he had stability.
Yeah.
He was getting it. Weeks go by, he'll put the bar on and shit. He'll go down to the little second ring. He'll go a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I missed a day or two. That's why I looked at him like, nigga, in 225, nigga, I ain't never seen you chill, bro. Because I'm spot on. He was like, yo, I got it. Put it on there. He started going down a little more. I'm like, God damn. Around the 9th or 10th, I was like, hoodie, fuck it. Just sit on my leg, bro. Squat, bro. And he bent down to damn near half that bending, nigga, and hitting that shit. And you could see where he was pushing it, but he was shaking it a little bit, and he stood the fuck up 3 more times.
God damn.
That shit was crazy. Because I realized, okay, I'm not going to let him fall, but he needs to get down a little bit more.
He's got to feel it.
He's got to feel it.
It's scary, but...
Yeah,
that first one, when I told him, I said, come down a little bit more. And I think that like the last one, I said, matter of fact, just sit on my knee, bro. I got him. He sat down, and I was just holding him stable. Stand up. That motherfucker core went to shaking. I said, yup, that's worse.
That last one, I'm telling you. That last one.
That's that life or death round.
The crazy shit about it, like, I was there to spot him. Usually when I spot, I got my arms up under their arms, just in case I got to grab them. I didn't even help him up. I was there holding him. He stood up on his own. That 100% was all him, even in the shaking.
That's amazing, yo.
He stood the fuck up.
Yeah, we've been watching him like a hawk. I mean, it's less now because he's more stable, but he probably didn't catch us watching him as much as we have, because it's like you don't want him to feel like you're afraid, but because you know he has to push through it. Because the first couple times we was in the gym, I was nervous.
He was like, nah, don't even use the
You got a lot more confidence too.
Yeah.
Nah, that's smart though.
You know
You gotta crawl before you can walk, man.
I'm telling you.
Now that nigga be checking me like, nah, you supposed to do this or...
Yeah, you know what the fuck he need to stop doing too?
What?
When he get to that 13th one and he can't get it right, he want to explain why.
Yeah, because he be fronting.
It's like, nigga, shut up and just go on with it. Right?
Copping please on the reps.
He's the type of dude that... So he'll be like, yo, I'm just going to use the 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, son, it's a 40-pound weight. Like, what's wrong with using the 40s?
So the thing is,
Hoodie, shut the fuck up and let him talk.
He uses your teachings.
Can you please let him talk?
He uses
Can you
your
start
teachings,
over again, please?
He uses your teachings against you because I'm always telling him, like, yo, I'm on a mission. I know what I want. I have it dialed in, so this is what I'm working towards. So he'll be like, I'm going to use the 40s because I know what I want. I want to get 12.
That's exactly how he sound, bro.
I want to get...
At the gym talking like that?
Yeah.
I want to get 12 reps.
I'm gonna get 12 reps.
Then when he feel like you ain't listening, he put his hand on your shoulder, right? And then size you up like he about to, you know what I'm saying? Either your parent or coach you type shit.
Yo.
So the other day we was like, yo, my nigga, you started with like 30s or 35s. Was it on the bench press 40s or some shit?
It was 35.
35s or what?
Yeah, it was 35.
And I'm looking
Maybe
at him like, yo,
maybe I
he
need
should have
to move up
started
to
with like the
40.
40s or the 50s or something. And then he wanted to debate about the shit. So he ended up doing a heavier set, his last set.
Yeah.
And
I got
then
the
after
50s.
that, he said, and he did mad, what was it,
But
10,
he did the
12,
40s first
8?
after that.
I did. I went from
And then we was talking shit about him because he did the 40s.
no. I went
No,
40.
this one he
What
has-
was your
no,
last,
30,
let's be clear. What was your
50s.
last dumbbell set?
50.
How many reps?
10.
No problem.
So the
Incline?
the 2 sets before that
We're just regular pressing.
was my point. He should have used the 50s to start.
with,
And
yeah.
then- yeah.
Because
Building
once
up.
he got about to 7 or 8, you could tell where the
Yeah.
fatigue started coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And what Hoodie would do, right? After he was talking shit about the 30 pounds, he went up 30 or 35. He go up 40. He'll start, and I'll say some shit like, look how easy that shit is. As soon as I say that, he'll go, yeah, that's right, man, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Putting out a show for you?
Fucking
I'm
drama
in here
king.
trying to do my own thing. You know what I mean? I'm in my own world. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like I'm just chilling.
We just know
you know what I mean? I'm
you'll
doing
break
my
out,
thing.
You'll break out of it at some point. And you're moving at a fast pace, and we proud of you.
Good shit.
That's dope.
Oh, yeah,
man.
you've gotten a lot stronger. I
Yo,
can
question. How long have you been taking the creatine since when you first started?
What, like 2 weeks maybe?
tell. Can you feel a difference?
Probably not even that. Not a full 2 weeks.
How much did you, because I'm trying to correlate how much he jumped up in his squat versus taking the creatine, if you know this.
Well, I'm not a scientist, but I can tell you that if you can't squat 225, creatine isn't going to make you squat 225. If you can squat it, it's going to help you push a little bit further.
It maybe give you like a couple reps, like 1 or 2.
Maybe one, maybe
maybe
two.
1 or
But
2
what it
reps.
is, it's the ATP, the energy within your cell, that it gives you a little more oomph with. So if you can't bench 315 and you're benching 275, creatine ain't gonna get you to benching 315.
Gotcha.
Guess what the fuck gonna happen?
Crash.
You're gonna crash.
That shit gonna
I
fall.
mean,
So
I
my thing,
feel,
can I say what I think is going on?
he on roids.
Because I pay attention. No, it ain't steroids. It's the opposite of steroids. Shit. He on prednisone.
you hear this bullshit?
So listen,
He on the opposite steroid.
my thing with Hoodie, you asked that question, right? And it just kind of, I flashback. Because I pay attention to everything. Even though I might not be paying attention, I pay the fuck attention. My thing with Hoodie, I think he's been bullshitting out the gate.
yeah,
Oh, he
So let me finish.
yeah.
I think he could have squatted 185 pounds out the gate.
Oh, you in trouble now, nigga.
I think he could have bench pressed 40, 45 pounds out the gate.
You a hustler.
So with him listening to us, start off slow and do this and do this and do this and do this. Okay, I'm gonna start off slow. Then he start thinking, wait, I can do more than this.
Look at
I
his
can do
face.
more than this. And then when we see like, yo, he bullshit. He went, oh,
you see
did
it?
you see? And then he'll get up. Then he'll get up and
peeped it.
then he'll get up. He won't complain. He wants to explain to you.
I gotta go, niggas.
Yo, I think I could have did this because, you know, I'm favoring and listening. And like he said, if you ain't paying attention, it's like, wait a minute. And when he'll do it to you, he'll talk to you.
yeah, he single you out. Yeah,
Single you
Nah,
out.
I mean, you know,
There's 6 of us in a circle here.
I take my knife to the gym, so I be gripping it
Nah.
sometimes.
So with
like,
that being
you hear
said,
the bullshit that he talking about?
So with that being said, I think if he focuses up and really goes hard
it's over with.
within the next month or two, he'll be bench pressing 225, no problem.
I think closer to 275.
No problem.
Yeah.
If he focuses up and like really focus up, yeah, everybody know
Yeah.
you funny.
Yeah.
But if he really focus up,
Yeah.
And he eats.
Become
And he eats?
become a demon with it.
he's
Yeah.
a beast. Because I think out the gate, he was lifting a lot less than he could. I'm not saying, I mean, go to your point, because like I said, when he grabbed the 50s, you can tell around that 7 or 8, that genuine struggle.
You know what? That was only based on him not being stable too, though, because he could
Right.
lift more, but
Right, yeah.
his body overall wasn't ready to handle weight being
makes
above him
sense.
because it's a different
That's-
position.
and I think
Yeah.
that's what my biggest tell is
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more like, even doing the squat, Marshall was like, hold on. I'm like, nah, I got it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just takes me sometimes a little bit to get comfortable, and I think
Yeah.
sometimes that scares me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Confidence,
you know what I mean? Like it's just like
Yeah.
you know, just learning to be more stable, being
Yeah.
able to become
Shit,
more
yeah,
stronger.
I be eyeing shit. I stepped all the way back into the gym entrance to the weight pit area, right? And I was, because I'm sizing your shit up. I'm like, okay, where is he? Where does he have deficiencies
Compensating.
at?
Yeah.
nigga was super balanced. He has a prosthetic, but now he's to the point where it's just evened out, and it's just getting to it. Whereas before, his leg used to flare. Flare.
That's
so
crazy
now,
because I turned around and I seen you out of
I'm watching.
And his face was genuinely like,
because
he was looking how I was feeling, like, oh shit, because I squatted you before.
And he was, Marshall
and when
was
he'll
spotting
come
him.
down, you know what I mean? I tell him, yo, just sit right on my leg, bro. You know what I mean? Come
That's
down.
what I did
I'm
with
not
the
gonna
nigga.
let you fall. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga, yo, I was looking at my
and
fucking.
I could feel his shakiness.
I did a little, not to get off track, but I did a little TikTok like recap video of like multiple different workout sessions.
Yeah, I peeped it.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it consciously, but this nigga Marshall was in damn near all of them. Then hoodies in them. I was just looking at myself, not being selfish or arrogant, but I wanted to, because I never pay attention to what I do.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my notes and going. So when I replayed the video, it was just dope to see niggas right there pushing me. Like the other day when I almost died on them squats, I couldn't hear shit because my headphones is noise canceling. But I looked in the mirror and these niggas was back there like, I think they started with 3, and I don't even count. They know if I'm pushing to failure, I don't count if I'm pushing to failure. I just kept seeing these big fat ass fingers doing different numbers. So I just kept trying to get the number, and it finally was like, fuck it, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, when y'all are squatting, what are you guys looking at in the mirror when you're looking at yourself?
I pray to God and I look up.
You look up?
Yeah.
Look up.
Wow.
I talk to myself about you have to win, my nigga. Remember when you couldn't fucking walk, my nigga?
So,
I'm not talking to, this ain't a workout thing. This is fucking life.
So your head is up. You're not even seeing yourself when you're
They'd
squatting.
have to tell you, my
Every
nigga.
once in a while,
I'm so zoned the fuck out, son.
yeah, I'll look at myself. But for the most part, like you said, I'm looking up and I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, I gotta get strong. You know what I mean? It's like I'm 45, nigga, and all y'all kids is grown. I got a 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I got to be here.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I look up at the beginning. I was kind of looking at my leg when I didn't have a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out my stance, and my stance is a little wider now, and I think that's why I feel a little more stable.
Yeah.
So now that I went to heavyweight, I do look up.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I look right at myself. And I like tell myself, like, nigga, you can do this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You know how you give yourself that crazy look?
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I give myself that crazy look, like, and I'm pushing it, you know what I'm saying? And it feels great. Like, you know, like I said, you know, this shit is, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
You already know, bro.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of looking at yourself, when you guys watch the podcast over, like you have no
I be
choice.
like, damn, I look mad old all the
Do you
time. I'm
keep-
trying to get this grease off my face.
Like when he gets a shot of us, right? Like when it's us talking, you know, he gets the shot of us.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself staring at yourself?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like we do the podcast, I watch the podcast, and he'll get the shot of us at this table.
Yeah.
I watch you, I listen to you and shit, but I find myself staring at me.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I'm like, why the fuck do I?
Because
keep
you're not used to
staring at
seeing
her?
yourself because you live in first person. You live in your body.
Okay.
So it's weird to see yourself.
Yeah, it
I'm the
is.
same
It
way.
is.
I'm
I'm
the
always
same way.
behind
Why
the
the fuck did
camera.
I make that face?
Yo, real
Yes,
quick.
yes,
Like,
yes.
goddamn,
I
did I
always do
just
that.
Hold on.
Did I just wipe my nose and touch my lip?
That's a good point.
Somebody said I'm eating boogers.
Real quick. We're mad rude, too.
Oh
shit.
no. We getting there.
Okay.
We getting there.
it's taking a long
She
time
know
to
it.
get
She
there.
know it.
It's taking a
She
while.
know
to
it.
get there.
I was just like, dang. I just like, dang, you know what I mean?
You know what
We're
I think
kinda
she's
rude,
doing
you know
though?
what I'm
I
saying?
think she's absorbing the conversation.
Yup.
Because if you just dive into conversation, then you don't give somebody the comfort zone to be able to sit around 4 weird ass niggas, actually 5.
And he the weirdest anyway of the whole bunch. How come he didn't tell everybody he was getting podcast hoodies made?
This was.
You know why?
This was a
You know
gift.
why? Because he felt some kind of way about Atlantic City.
Oh shit.
That's what it is.
And on that note,
This is a gift.
A gift from who?
so how about we explain to the beautiful people who this beautiful lady is sitting next to the ugly guy on the couch?
Without further ado, this is my sister-in-law, Amanda Coven.
Back again.
Back again. Welcome, sis.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks for
First
being
of
here.
all, she's my niece. You know what I mean? That's your sister. Don't do.
But you see how
just said
narcissistic
thank
you
you,
are?
sis.
Things have to
Yeah.
go back to you.
I'm just messing with her.
Things have to always go back
Why
to
is
you.
that, Hoodie? Why?
Hoodie,
why,
that's-
nigga? Why?
Quest. That's what he does in the gym.
Because
That's
I'm
what he does
tired
in
of
the gym.
carrying the team.
That was a good one.
Fuck.
That was a good one. Damn. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, Somebody's got to be the bad guy. It's got to be me.
So how was your week?
My week was good.
Oh, we gotta get her mic.
Pull that mic in front of her. Yep, pull it up a little bit.
Then we got to pull it up and tighten.
Let's see here. It should stay right up. Pull it up, or is it? Go and break it so we can send you and your husband the invoice.
Yeah.
All right. So the Marshall right above your right hand.
Perfect.
There's that knob right there.
I think that might be good right
good
there.
to go. Bam.
That
Yeah,
good
I
right
think
there,
she is good. She's
yeah,
good.
She's
She's
good.
good. Oh shit. He said it's not a Twinkie.
Nobody got a mic for that guy?
Yo.
There you go. How was your week, sis?
shit.
My week was good. Getting ready to start my gym journey. So
Dope.
Congratulations.
tomorrow.
We salute that.
Power
man.
up.
To you.
So
What are your plans for getting into the gym? Like, how does it feel? And
feels good.
Yeah.
I used to go to the gym a lot.
yeah.
and
Isn't it a little intimidating when you take time off and then you go back into that shit? That's the part I hate.
It is
Let's
really
start up.
intimidated, scared of where to start,
Yeah.
and knowing that I can't do everything I used to do.
Yes.
So it is a little intimidating.
Where you gonna go? You got any?
We're going to Planet.
I gotta get up there, man.
That held me down during the pandemic.
We might was going to sometime this week, man. Shoot up there.
I say it every week, don't I?
They don't got drop-ins, do they?
Well, I'm gonna get a
They should.
membership. Ain't we gonna get a little? 'Cause it's only 10 for.
It's a month, right? Yeah, might as well
Yeah.
pay the little.
Yeah.
I'll mess
Might
with
as
it.
well.
You know what? I'll do that just to start off and work out with you guys. And
Just once a week,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a good deal too. If y'all
Yeah.
go together, you can get one membership each. It's $20 or $19, something like that, and you can take 2 people.
Oh, so that's what we should do.
Really?
Wait,
Like 2 of us should get a
Yeah.
membership,
And
and we just go
And
half
it's-
on that
yeah.
bitch.
which gym?
Planet
Planet
Fitness.
Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Don't they have like a black card thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yep.
So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good. Spending with family at home, cooked, and
Oh, you have to cook a lot in your house, huh, Mandy?
I do cook a lot.
Don't take his shit.
I do cook
No,
a
I'm
lot.
not taking the shit. I'm looking at her husband like that motherfucker eats. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nephew Coven
Look,
in
he
the
Yeah,
cut.
look,
we
he
have-
didn't even disagree that the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Food is good.
I'll
Yeah, we
feast.
definitely cooked a lot. It was good.
That's a fact. He gotta eat.
Had the
probably.
grandkids, and
It's a
That's
beautiful
nice.
thing, man. What do you look forward to with 2024 coming up?
with 2024 coming up, I just honestly am looking at a better me, brighter year, a better year, with nothing but positivity.
That's
Amen
real,
to
man.
that. Amen to that.
So how do you plan on duck dodging and weaving the negative shit that we all know is going to fly into our world?
I mean,
You
to cut you
can't.
off, girl like me, the gym. I said, Kat, why you going so goddamn hard in the gym? So I can be ready for life.
Word up, man.
That's some real shit. That's real. But I'm sorry I had to say that.
That's real, man.
You inspired me, my man. Chocolate Intentions over here. yeah.
Nah, that
Chocolate
nigga-
I got,
intentions,
yeah, I got,
yo.
five, I got 5 nicknames for Kat.
we got to
We'll
change
get
the
into
12,
it.
17. We got to change it to 10, 20.
These niggas
No,
keep
it's
picking
12,
on me,
17,
man.
bro.
Let's
Gotta be.
stick
Let's
to the
get back
script,
into- yeah,
man.
So
So there's no really,
go
you
ahead.
can't really dodge, negativity.
Yeah.
But embrace it and not allow it to affect you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, if you dodge it, you're just kind of pacifying it. You know, take it on head on, and sometimes that negativity you can actually turn into a positivity. So that's just going to be my outlook on it.
Dope.
Now let me ask you another question before we get into the mix of just regular convo. You're sitting amongst 1, 2, 3, 4,
To Cal.
5.
Stop.
Hold up. 5, 6 weird ass niggas. What makes you feel so confident, secure, and comfortable sitting amongst this group of people?
I embrace it. You learn so many new things. I enjoyed being on it last time.
That's dope.
We enjoyed having you, sis.
Yeah.
The conversations,
Yeah.
to me, it's not weird. To
That's
me, it's
dope.
just
look who she's married
embracement.
to.
Thank you, because people call
Yeah.
us weird, and I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I thought you were
don't think y'all are
responsible.
weird
Like,
at all.
look
I
who I'm
think
married
Yeah.
to.
You're
That's
just
what I thought she was
open-
gonna say.
Open to different topics, and
Yeah.
that's not weird.
But we appreciate you being here. You're always welcome as a guest.
Yeah, thank you
so
for
ain't your
sitting up,
crazy ass
definitely.
husband. We gotta monitor what that motherfucker say though, cause you never know. He funny as shit.
She built for
That
it, bro.
nigga funny
She
as.
ready.
I think he had the illest quote on the pod since we started talking about hoodies meat legs.
Oh my God.
He said, you got an advantage over us, like literally.
We got meat legs.
You got a whole steel leg.
We got meat legs.
two meat legs.
I ain't even.
And it
catch
made
that
me
first.
stop. Like when I heard it, it was so funny. I was like, my jaw dropped, and I started thinking about it.
He's
Technically,
right, nigga. He's right.
he still got an advantage. He got to get close
Terminator
enough to
Hoodro.
swing it, yeah. But you got a whole steel leg, bro.
Yeah, but you know.
You kick me in the ass, nigga. I'm running. Fuck that.
But see, I can take my leg off and throw it at nephew, right? And that means I kicked his ass all the way across this room.
See?
See what I'm saying?
This is shit he be thinking about. Yo, so Marshall, how was your week, bro? Because Hoodie is thinking about some devious shit. That's what he think about all of us.
Give me a boomerang leg.
I'm gonna let you run.
Stupid as hell. The week was dope, bro. We was fucking dope.
Fuck.
Like our mamas with them jelly slippers back in the 80s.
Stupid, son.
My grandma was the truth, bro.
Word up.
She don't throw slippers. She threw the phone with the cord on it.
And then
You know, the phone that you pick up, you gotta go shh.
Yep, the rotary phone.
Throw that bitch and grab the cord like this and bring that bitch back.
Oh, that's abuse, nigga.
Shit.
With the rotary, them shits was heavy.
Heavy, nigga. That concussion
Yeah.
waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
it was
And if you hold on to the
Split-
phone, that
split
cord
your
will bounce
shit.
it right back.
yeah, she threw it and grabbed the cord. And throw it and grab the cord, hold on to it.
Yeah, the
Word
phone,
up.
the
What you
phone
want,
was
some
heavy.
Had that ass whooping on
Yep.
repeat with that
Throw
phone.
it past me, hit Lewis.
How was your
pow,
week?
hit me on
Yeah.
the way back.
Yeah, how was your week,
We're gonna
kid?
have a therapeutic
the week was
session
dope.
after this about your abuse, though.
The week was dope, man. I felt myself got stronger this past what Monday was it? When did we do it? No, we did it Friday. Thursday.
What, legs or chest?
Chest.
The last day was Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. That's the day I felt like like I can move the 80 pound.
Yeah, you look good, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was
I
crazy.
seen the
'cause-
frustration leave you that day.
Yeah, like you were saying, like the biggest thing that scares you is knowing that you can't do the stuff. You know, I was out for 12 weeks. And when I finally got back into it, you might as well come to the gym, you might as well come. And finally, when I got in the gym and like really went hard with the C4, the creatine, the weight started shredding, I started seeing shit pop, and I'm getting stronger, like fuck. And the next thing I know, I got surgery on my thumb.
Yeah.
And then I come back and shit, and I'm working out, and you talking about the wind out of my cells, bro.
Yeah.
I go back to the crib pissed off, like fuck. And then it hit me. I could hear Cap saying, yo, listen. And I just hear the stuff he was just telling me in the beginning. And I'm thinking about the future, like, damn, I pushed this 225 10 times like it was nothing. I got up under that bitch, and Cap, I got it. No, I don't. It fucked with me. I made a joke about it, but when I went home, bro, I'm like, yo. I was like, no, just
tell them I
focus
know
up.
how it feels, though, bro.
Just work your way back into it. And this past week, you know what I mean, I felt like, yo,
The journey's very much so mental more than physical.
Yeah.
it is.
That's where it starts.
Yeah. What do you think that does to the other aspects of your life when you overcome those things and you overcome your mental of not knowing and then reaching? Like, what does that do?
Yo, you know what? I still want you to finish
think
about
it
how your
gives-
week was, because
Yeah,
your
go
weeks
ahead.
be interesting.
Yeah.
But since you mentioned that, when I was up top and dealing with the MS shit, the workout group I was on, my man Joe, he was a short dude from Syracuse, little short brolic dude. My man Wilcox. They knew I had MS, and I had a MS relapse in the middle of our just us beasting out in the yard. We was all beasting. But it was my left arm that couldn't push anything. Like, I couldn't move it. The dude Joe said to me, he said, Cap, you a smart motherfucker. He said, you're headstrong. He said, everything starts in your mind. He said, so if you sit here sulking about how you can't push some shit in your mind, that's what you're telling your body. He said, start telling your body something different and watch that shit change. And I was explaining to somebody the other day, I think Trey maybe, or somebody, I was like, yo, when I was in the yard, I couldn't even move the shit with my left. And this is related to my right being funny now. I couldn't move it with my left, and I would still have 185 pounds on the shoulder press. They would be spotting the fuck out of me because I could move it with my right. So eventually, it took months, but eventually I started moving that bitch. Because I gave up with that victim shit. I was like, okay, y'all right. At first, I played the victim role. That's why I don't accept that shit now. If you can't do what you'd like to do, start with the littlest shit that you can do and work that shit up, man.
Build it up. I think that's what I did, too, after a while I started, you know what I mean? Because that was their mind. You can tell a billion cells you can't do shit.
Yeah.
Like old boy said, you know what I mean? I would love to go to Paris. I can't go to Paris. You just told 1,000,000,001 cells you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paris is dope, by the way.
And I think that
Bougie. We need a bougie button. Cal,
Harris is dope, by the way.
We need you to load some shit.
Yeah, we need some drops in there, Cal. That's your job this week. That's your homework. But it's definitely a mind over matter thing. And once I pushed them 80s, man, I felt a little more. And that's when I got on my
Because you started with like a 70 maybe?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here looking at you like that ain't the tenacity we started with. You was starting with shit that you didn't know if you could lift, and then we would have to dial back. That's what I do. Like
that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, so now it's like, okay, I'm trying to get what I think I can get, and then we'll see what happens. Nah, nigga.
Right.
If we here safely doing it, we got to at least gauge where we're at.
I definitely was in my head, man. Them first couple of weeks, it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm pushing 225, 10 times, 12, nothing.
We need them 110s now.
It was,
100s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I think I might do an invest. But I mean, as far as that, man, the week was, I mean, the gym was dope. It's always dope being in the gym. It's to the point now where it's like second nature. You know what I mean? When I get up and put my sneakers on, I got a time.
yeah.
So when I get up in the morning, same thing, 7 o'clock, go out there, greet the kids, get the creatine or the C4 in the bottle, I go in the face wash, brush teeth, you know what I mean? Roll up that backwood and take a sip on that C4, kick it with the kids. You know what I mean? Use the bathroom twice, you know what I'm saying? And by the time I'm out the door, it's like, whew.
You ever get to the door and then the bathroom shit hit you like,
That day,
damn,
matter of
I
fact,
gotta
the
turn back around.
The day before the last day, yeah. Literally ready, hype. As soon as I hit the door, turn around, nigga.
You ain't going nowhere.
Goddamn, my wife always talking shit. You in the bathroom again? Nigga, shut up.
Mind your business.
Word up.
Baby wipes. I don't like using toilet paper. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want to use toilet paper. Don't bring me no goddamn toilet paper. If a bird shit on your arm, what
Did you say
gonna
you
do?
don't like to use toilet paper?
Hell no.
You gotta
If a
what's
bird
that-
shit on your arm, listen to
what's
what
that
I'm
shit in
saying to you.
Taiwan or wherever you went. What's that shit?
Thailand.
Yeah. What was it?
Turn this up.
Hold up, niggas don't use toilet paper?
The toilet shit that you said.
No, the wipes.
A bidet.
The
Come on,
bidet.
bidet. Spray your ass.
Oh,
A
but
bidet.
not just that. But don't you say like they had to like squat into the ground type?
Oh
shit?
yeah,
Oh
hole in
yeah,
the ground.
yeah, hole
there
in
was
the
a-
ground.
the
I
public
mean,
bathrooms?
it's a toilet, but it's like this far off the ground, but it doesn't flush. It's like a hole, but it looks kind of like a
You just
porcelain
shitting in,
toilet.
Like, you're just trying to shit to like mid-earth.
Yeah, basically. Because they say that the best way to shit is to squat all the way down. Like that's
The best
That's
way to
the
shit. When
best
you're
way
sitting
to
on the
shit.
toilet, you should have your legs lifted up.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
knees should be up here.
yeah.
Mine don't. I don't do
Yeah,
that.
Because it actually
kinda
makes
like you doing
your-
a squat ass to grass.
Yeah,
Your
I
knees is
know.
up
Yeah.
here, your butt is down
Yeah, that's
there.
how they
Because
say
it
that
makes
you're
your
supposed
it
to
makes your
shit.
center line. Because
My
when you sit
toilet
like
ain't
that,
built like that.
Because also, when you sit like that, it also loosens up your large intestine, so it's not getting constricted against your body.
He's so damn
so it makes
smart.
it so
He
you
just
can
be-
poop easier.
Talk that shit, cuz.
I ain't heard.
You getting another effect. Oh, no, not that one. There we go.
There you go.
He just know mad shit.
Mr. Mayfield, how was your
And he know I wasn't done saying about my motherfucking week.
my bad, brother. I'm sorry, sir.
My week was alright. Cap, how was your week, man?
That nigga violent.
Yo.
We're gonna have to start getting security in this motherfucker. Nah, my week was good. I am gonna keep it short this time. I know I say I'm always gonna do that, but
Shit.
I feel great. My son came home for the holiday. Got to spend some time with them. They left. It's always hard seeing them leave, but guess what? They're adults now, and they're cut from that cloth. Seeing it makes me feel great. I'm hitting all my fucking goals in the gym because I'm approaching them differently. I'm eating more protein, sleeping more, drinking more water. I feel great, man. Me and my wife are on a great page. That's my best friend.
Good shit.
Word up. Shout out to all our wives.
Yeah, like,
Word
yo,
up.
we be
Yeah, shout
chilling
out
so
to them too,
hard
'cause
that
that's-
it's like sometimes motherfuckers be like, yo, you should come out and do this, come out and do that. But we be having hectic weeks, right? And any amount of time we get together is so valuable because that's my best fucking friend. Like, we smile together. I don't care what that weird
When your
technology
relationship
doing.
is cool, when the relationship in the house is
yeah,
golden,
yeah,
everything. Because when the house
Everything
fucked
is
up,
love.
everything fucked up.
yeah.
Yep.
When my house fucked up, I go to the grocery store and Mars, what up? I'm good, man. I don't feel like
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
And it's a motherfucker that I dig. I'm good,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, what's up? It's good to see you. And I walk away. I don't even feel like talking to
Yeah.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I don't even normally
Word up.
call
Fuck
him.
your groceries.
You know what I'm saying? And you get back home.
Fuck your stamps, nigga.
Because that's your wife. You understand you with her every day.
You become
And it's
one.
like,
You become
yeah,
one.
you get to talk, joke, laugh, and you can decompress. The week be fucked up. You guys can talk to each other about
Yeah.
the week. You know what I'm saying? And
She always be having these
Be
jokes
goofy
like,
as
is
fuck.
that anabolic enough? Like, so she'll make me tuna or the eggs, and is that anabolic enough? But she's in full support of what the fuck I'm doing, and
same here.
so it's been a good week. I just had a 2-hour MRI yesterday. That shit ain't never fun, but they had me doped up off of Valium. So I was telling Marshall that shit felt like it was like an adventure, nigga. I was in that goddamn MRI. Smiling. I don't want to leave.
Give me some more.
Usually I get claustrophobic in the motherfuckers.
Can I rent this room for the night?
Yeah, party, nigga. But it was a good week, man. Got to see the family. Health is great.
Amen to that.
I wish I was a little less broker. But I grind hard every day and I generate a lot of money, but my overhead is crazy.
It's gonna pay off.
And God is in my life. I feel great, man. I'm here with y'all. I feel great, man.
Amen, bro.
To Cal, without doing that goddamn techno dance you was just doing, how was your week?
First of all,
if you don't tell the truth, we gonna blow your shit up,
bro.
too.
You probably need to take that alpaca off.
So,
hey, bro,
my week, my week has been very
shit look like
boring. Other than the weekends, because every weekend I stream on Twitch, so I have like a lot of content I provide. I stream around like 10 to 12 hours.
Tell the people how they can find your Twitch stream.
So you can find my Twitch stream on twitch.tv, TeboSway98. Me and my friends, we play video games.
Are these friends that you've met before? Are these virtual niggas? Because I'm fucking with you. Throw it back.
Shout out to my homie Hunter.
You're
what?
You're horny.
You're horny hunter.
Whoa. First of all, wait a minute. Real quick, Takal, let me interrupt you. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Takal. Takal cooked today.
Yeah, that shit was good.
You know what I mean? And that shit was good.
Dang, man.
That shit was good. You know what I mean? Give him a round of applause for that one. Word up. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Takal a lot. So I had to ask him, I said, yo, my nigga, are you trying to poison me? I just want to know up front, because I'm hungry.
You be fucking with him.
That's what I said, you know what I mean?
But he be fucking with you too, though.
He do, you know what I mean?
It's a fair fight, because y'all be going at it.
So,
and that
I wanted to shout out to Cal for the food. You know what I mean? I got one question for you. With the people that you gaming in, is there any bitches involved with that, Cal? I just need to know.
So, I have
between y'all
4 to 5 girls I play video games with all the time.
All right, so do you play with the girls, or do you just play games with the girls? Or do you play with games with the girls? That's what we need to know, Takal.
He kind of broke that down really good.
You feel what I'm saying?
Takal, you won't know if you fucking.
That's come on. I mean, you know what I mean?
He won't know if he got some bitches.
You got some bitches? Like, come on.
One of them I actually visit quite frequently. They actually work at McDonald's in Southport Plaza.
Okay, tell that bitch to send us some fries.
I have 2 of them. I just have 2 of them that I'm just play video games with. That's pretty much it.
You don't listen. Don't listen to the old heads from the 80s and 90s trying to encourage you to be a promiscuous young fella.
I just want him to get some bitches. That's it.
Nah. Let me tell you what comes
with
that.
You can find one good bitch. Like you know what I mean? Like listen, just get one good bitch and let that bitch be good to you. You know what I'm saying?
Freak with her every.
That's what I said.
He got one.
Okay.
He got his stuff going on.
Nigga, they be shooting shit up on the stream together.
Shit,
do you know what that feels like with your wife to get on the stream, nigga, and shoot shit up?
Nope.
Nah, I don't.
That's
I know.
It's 2023 though.
I know what it feels like to get on a jet stream and go across the Atlantic Ocean.
I thought you was about to say some shit. I was trying to mute you. I was panicking. But how was your week?
We're happy that you got some bitches.
We love
this
you,
week, Takal.
You are a great addition to the team.
Y'all give it up for Takal, man.
You know, little cuz, and let it be known. Takal got a mouth on him too. He be talking shit.
Yeah. So don't think I just.
So don't think he. Takal's doing his technical shit right now, so he has to focus
Marshall,
on
that shit
all the cameras.
That shit do look like.
So we
look
got
like
you
alpaca.
Yo,
he be taking shots.
To be honest, I'm only social around people I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, that's real.
Naturally, I'm very antisocial. I don't communicate with people out in public.
Yeah,
nothing like that.
That's fine. That's okay.
I don't approach nobody. Nothing. If I meet somebody new, I'm very on the side. Like I
put the mic in front of your face.
Reserved. You're reserved.
Put the mic in front of your
I reserve myself from the entire group. So I say there's like 4 to 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm included into that. I'm literally on the side because I don't know any of these people. I only know one person in that group. But he's over here talking and chilling with other people while I'm just over here on the side. It's kind of like I'm in the back of the group all the time. You know, you're walking on the sidewalk with your friend group.
Is that where you prefer to? Is that your
To
preferred?
be honest, yeah, because I don't really like to be known like that. To be
there's
honest.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nah,
Plus, you
you
low
know,
keying out the way too. I like a motherfucker in
Word
the
up.
back. Like,
Yeah.
you got the drop on you. You know, you don't. Here come to Cal.
Word up. Word
And
up.
you're highly intelligent. You know, we can sit here and talk nerd shit all day, and it's hard to find people that you can nerd out with about technical specs and, you know.
Oh, you did a good job on that interview too.
Yeah, he did, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Yeah,
did,
he did
man.
a good job on
Salute,
that interview.
yeah.
Word up.
Yeah, so he did his thing, and trying to get him into that more often. And that shit just be funny when your ass be in there streaming and you don't know I can hear you when I come in this bitch. That nigga be in there cussing motherfucker.
I've heard a couple. I came and opened the door. He ain't paying attention. I need another one. I need another one. Your dumb ass should have picked it up. I dropped it.
On video games like Call of Duty, for example, I can't stand Mexicans.
Yo, hold up. We
Whoa,
don't do
wait
that,
a minute.
nigga.
So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo.
Hold up. Damn,
We
this
love
is-
Taco
this gonna be
Tuesdays.
the first pod we got.
We got to put
Nah,
a
fuck
beat.
that. We love Taco Tuesdays.
God damn.
We not worried about the cap.
That's
I
some
love
nephew
taco.
shit right there.
I love enchiladas.
Yo, I love everybody.
Me
man.
too.
I love
It's
everyone.
just,
man.
Mexicans work hard as a
It's just on
motherfucker.
Call of Duty. I love Mexicans in general.
Okay,
It's just
since
Call
you
of Duty
said it, let's-
because they're always talking smack.
let's
And I told them,
specify
"Do you get
this."
a green card yet?" And they
See,
asked me,
there you go, Quest. There
All
it
right,
is.
so calm down,
Like you was saying, Cat.
calm down, because I smell a Karen coming up out of
Right.
you.
Shit.
Let me ask you some specified questions. This is totally unscripted.
Before you get into that,
So
can I say this real quick?
I have to ask this question though. So when you're on a video game where you can't see someone face to face, how are you absolutely sure that this individual is a Mexican? Is it because that's their profile ethnicity, or they tell you that, or they're
Avatar.
speaking some type of Mexican language? Like, how do you even know that they're causing you to not like Mexicans based off of some shit that's real or fake?
Great question.
So on Call of Duty, when we're looking at the scoreboard and we're working together as a team, especially a lot of times they're on my team, they will always talk smack to me when they're on the bottom of the leaderboard. Like they're
So
doing
is this-
terrible.
is this
And
a
they be
language?
Speaking shit to me in Hispanic.
So
language.
pause.
Hispanic.
This is a language. Now my
Hispanic,
my
aren't they
young
people?
pause 1 second.
Sorry.
My younger son is fluent. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know if it was him and he's black,
Yeah.
right? Or a Mexican. But he's also a manipulative, funny jokester motherfucker that might make you think it's a Mexican. That has you feeling like you don't like Mexicans.
Because they talk. Because they talk
It's
Hispanic.
not even like I don't like Mexicans. It's just in Call of Duty, I'm always beefing with them because they're always trying to.
But how do
beef
you know
with me.
that they're Mexicans?
Can't see them.
Yo,
they
Neff said
like
they could be
slinging
Puerto Rican. How do you
enchiladas
know
and
they're not
shit?
Puerto Rican, Neff said?
Or white. You don't. We're in America, my nigga. Do you know how much of a advantage you have if you go into a job and you speak Spanish or Mexican
Bilingual.
or like if you're trilingual? Like these people can trick you on a video game to thinking that they're Mexican.
Is
when
Mexican a language?
Spanish.
No, I'm just.
Spanish,
I'm not
yeah.
being funny.
Yeah,
I'm-
but Puerto Rican people and Mexicans speak a different dialect of Spanish.
Yeah.
So that's why I refer to it as Mexican.
Oh, that's good.
Just like how Chinese and Korean people speak like a different form.
No,
of,
that's totally different.
Yeah, that's
Mandarin.
totally
Well,
that's different.
not Korean. Chinese.
No, let's stick to the Mexican and Spanish stuff. 'cause
Chinese
we-
speak Mandarin.
I want to know why
Koreans
you don't
speak
like
Korean.
Mexican people. I'm disappointed.
I
cuz.
never said I didn't like Mexican.
What did you say?
He said he
I
hated
just-
them.
no,
You said you
no,
hated
no,
Mexicans.
Didn't he say he hated them?
That's what you said.
I said-
He said you
He
hate
hated them.
Mexicans
No.
and bitches. That's what he said. I hate Mexicans and bitches.
This
I
is
don't
what
want no
said.
pussy
I do
or
not like
tacos.
Mexicans on Call of Duty, but I like them in general.
Yo, this nigga got the illest sweep cleanup game ever.
Word up, that motherfucker.
Because you know,
Sweep the leg to Cal.
I got you. If they come after you,
So let me ask you this.
I'm going to protect you with everything I have. But reevaluate your love and hate.
There should be no hate.
No, he don't have to
internalization.
reevaluate his love and hate. He just has to be mindful of what he says.
On the exchange.
So let me
Hey.
ask a question. Let me ask a question. Right? He said he
Get it right.
on Call of Duty. Right? You said you can't stand Mexicans. You can't hate. I think he said he can't.
He said he hate Mexicans.
I hate Mexicans.
That's what he said.
So say just hypothetical, right? Y'all know how my brain works. Is I'm sitting there thinking this shit. Say you leave here tonight, you met being a Mexican at the store on your way home, right? Y'all hit it off cool as fuck. you know what I mean? Yeah, cool as shit. To come to find out he was the one talking shit on Call of Duty. But you had a relationship now. Y'all cool as fuck. How would you handle that?
Put the camera on you, nigga.
So let's say we boot up Call of Duty and we find out that
You
we
boot
just
up?
met each
Yeah, hold
other.
up. Wait a minute. That's
you
what I'm
said
about
you
to
was
say.
boot up?
Can you start over what you said?
Wait.
Start again.
But leave the camera on you, bro.
No, it's on me.
Okay.
So if me and the person went home and booted up Call of Duty.
Booted up. Okay.
Okay,
Call
okay.
of Duty.
You went home and boot up.
We found out that we just met each other at a store and we kicked it off as like good friends off rip. I'm still gonna talk shit to him because he's a Mexican.
That's some gangster shit. That's how I know he in my bloodline. Well, I'm still gonna talk shit to him. Like,
Yo, Takao,
this is how I feel.
Is the camera still on you, Takao?
No, it's on you.
No, put it back on you real quick.
See how he said that too?
Is that alpaca
That's
on
that
your shit?
forward blood.
Me and Marshall want to know if that's real alpaca.
That's the Dennis the Menace.
This is your facial hair from when you were younger.
Oh, that's nice.
Shit.
Nice. That was a good one. You really look like nephew with an afro.
Yeah.
Kind of look at him, but
Man, hey, I ain't even on the podcast.
my bad. I'm sorry.
So let's get into these topics.
Yeah, let's jump in.
All right,
I know,
so,
Cap, you had a couple of topics, but before we get into it, right?
yes, sir.
Before you get into your video, we're gonna talk about the video that.
Takao, I don't know which one he has loaded first, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which one you got loaded first?
Which one you got?
Two? White lung?
Both of them.
Oh, you got both of them?
Mm-hmm.
So we could shoot however.
Don't matter. We can
I
jump
think we
in.
should
wanted
shoot
to,
with Quest first because it's a little more in depth than
Okay, but before we get into that,
Yeah.
I want to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then it just leads up into that story. Because,
yes, sir.
that. So we got a new boogeyman, everybody.
Oh, shit.
New boogeyman. Right around the same time, about 4 years ago?
Kill him.
Same time, we had a boogeyman named, you know what I'm saying, C19. Around the time they started sprinkling the news in December 2019.
The vid.
Oh, man. Aren't we getting up on election time again? Isn't it around the same time?
Yeah.
But this new boogeyman is called white lung syndrome. And the difference, it's a type of a pneumonia from my understanding, but here's the difference from the C19. Remember how C19 really wasn't affecting children like that when they first started talking about it? Like they made it seem like it was just older people, and at the time they said African Americans couldn't get it when they first, you know what I'm saying, when it first dropped till Rudy Gobert did the fuck shit. Well, they saying this one really affects children this time. So my guess, and I could be wrong, is that there's going to be more of a push for pandemonium because when it affects the children, those are different kind of heartstrings than just, adults, But the COVID rhetoric that started in 2019 in December, right before the election started, it was a China tactic. I mean, this one is coming from China as well. And like we talked about that laboratory that was found in California, you know what I'm saying? Who knows when they raided the spot that they didn't have something stashed in the coat to leave with. You know what I'm saying? That's just me thinking outside the box.
Shit, or even if that's the only one.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was about to say. It's
Right. But and here's another thing I found out. Ironically, around that time before, COVID came out, China was struggling financially.
How? Everything's made in China.
No.
Everything I got.
Yeah,
Shit.
no. They were quote unquote struggling a little bit.
Oh, you know what it was with China? They developed so fast that it almost put them at a deficit because they developed their country at a rate that was so fast that they invested everything into it, and on top of that, their population was dwindling because they had a limitation on, I think it was
Kids.
kid birth.
Kids.
So
Two.
their childbirth can't keep up with the progression of their country. So now they're losing a workforce, and they have a high demand for shit. And don't misspeak me on some of this shit.
It makes sense.
But there's mad weird shit going on over there. But on top of that, if the older motherfuckers is dying out and you don't have a bunch of young motherfuckers that are being birthed, who the fuck is making all this weird shit with these diseases?
China people, them motherfuckers. They
Pass down.
Is it the
They
old
live-
people
they-
that don't
they
give a
live-
fuck about
they live a
killing
long
motherfuckers?
time.
But the thing is, like with that, bro, it could be anybody because every Chinese person is smart as fuck. I think. You know what I mean? They
I
all
don't
go
know.
to
I
school.
done met a couple.
Yeah, I
Where'd
know
you
a
meet them at?
couple.
Over here in the United
Just
States?
like I met a couple niggas.
You met them over here in the United States, huh?
Well, actually, I never met
No, it
them
just seems
for
like I'm
real.
just
It was virtual.
like seriously though, the Chinese they're educated all the time.
Yeah.
They're always going to
They
school.
go to school what?
And their
7
education,
days or 6 days?
their
a week?
education is different. Too.
Yeah, their regimen is just they're so disciplined in everything they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it turned around and bit them in the ass.
Can we speak on something before we dive into white lung? Since you said that, because it makes a lot of sense.
Go ahead.
Sure.
One thing that really bothers me, and I don't give a fuck who feels a way about it, but it's something I internalize, right? Is how I see so many people, different ethnicities come to the United States, right? And they be so dedicated to their grind to the point that they cancel out all the bullshit. They go to school, they work hard. Even if they don't go to school, they just work hard, utilize their credit, their family, they stick together, they build a legacy, and they build on it. The one thing that makes me so fucking upset is that as black people, we rarely see that.
Yeah. It's the way we were conditioned.
That shit fucks me up, son.
Yeah, it's like niggas is crabs in the bucket. You know what I mean? It's like you go on Facebook. What kills me in the same aspect of what you're saying, I hate when people go on Facebook and be like, hey, yo, you need this job, inbox me. And you be like, yo, what it is?
Yeah.
Yo, you got to inbox me. Nigga, is it a secret? Do you want to give me the job or
Right.
not?
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying?
Like Quest said, conditioned. Every race, they look out for each other except for the black folks.
Except for black people, man.
Because that's the way the seed that was planted from day
Planted,
one.
yeah.
That was
that
the
Jim
plan.
Crow. That Jim Crow.
But that, I mean, you can even go farther back to that because of what we talked about in the studio earlier.
Yeah.
When, you know, so you had nigga slaves, house slaves,
Yeah.
you know, and then you had the field slaves. So the house slaves, you know what I mean, were
By design.
fair-skinned people.
Yeah.
But they were going to tell, if, you know what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
they got treated better. So that right there created a natural divide between
Yeah.
black people. You know, and we joke about light skin and dark
So do
skin,
you feel
but
like
that's
that
conditioned.
divide is related to, like subconsciously where we're at today
bro,
as
it's a
people?
process.
Absolutely.
Because you got to understand, like I was saying, I keep bringing it up. It's even
Because y'all be calling me
subconsciously,
black all the time.
because we don't even know what we're doing at a certain point. Like I said,
Yeah.
when you said your daughter, you scared bring your daughter bringing somebody home. She's not going to do that because she watched you guys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, in a sense, that thinking, that way of life, even if it's a percentage, trickled down to us. Just like generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a couple of white boys I went to school with, cool as a fan, cool as fuck. They're blessed. They got bread because it trickled down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It trickled down. You know what
They
I mean?
taught- they taught- it
I
was
got
taught.
some stuff from my grandmother, our grandfather, but a lot of stuff that I got, it was the shit to where like, okay, damn, I got to decipher if this is gonna work for me or not. This is right from wrong. Me and my brothers and my sisters talk about it. The way we were raised to what we always had what we needed. We never seen the struggle, but we didn't understand the jealousy, the envy, the pissed offness, the alcoholism, the arguing over bullshit. You know what I mean? As we got older, like me and my brother, we like try to think different. Okay, what that was wrong, but we're not going to
Your
hold a
blessing
grudge.
was being able to be put in that position where you had to think your way and act your way out of that box.
And that's why I say Generation X is the most superhero motherfuckers in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. Think about the shit we had to go through.
Yeah, it was a different time, man.
It was a different time.
It was crazy.
We were
different time.
right in the middle of the paradigm shift of you know what I'm saying, the way of thinking, the truth, the way society is completely changed on our watch.
Different time.
You know what I'm saying? Where others came in a little late and the norm became the status quo for them, where that norm to you is still kind of weirdo shit to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. Man, we used to sit and watch the Jetsons. And
That was about shit.
No, we
man.
used to sit and watch the Jetsons, if you think about it. And now, I mean, we're not flying in spaceships like them, but everything else is that
just
same
don't
thing.
see it.
The
We're
clothes and the food come to the crib.
clothes and the
down
food getting
chute.
word up down the I mean, we're doing Zooms.
We don't see the motherfuckers flying and shit because we aren't that part of that elite.
But
Do you
don't
feel
have
like
access.
Zoom during COVID was a way for them to fast forward? Not just technology, but a certain type of technology. Because I do. Granted, I am not that individual that doesn't believe in COVID because I got sick with COVID bad, so I know it's real, right? But at the same time, it's kind of ironic that during that time period, so many powerful things happened. Like technology was pushed forward, like AI. That's when AI had a boom, and people didn't even notice it because we were so focused on being stuck in the house. On top of the AI shit, that's when the Zoom non-personal interaction had a boom. Zoom has been more powerful than ever since COVID.
I call it that David Copperfield shit, bro.
Yeah. So this is what we're getting conditioned to be more familiar with. You don't have to see that motherfucker face to face because we used this for 2 years. It worked perfectly. People even left their jobs and were able to work and be paid
from home,
using these things.
You got that. You got things like Dr. RX. Nigga, you can pull up your laptop and go to this website and say, hey, my name is yada, yada, yada. These are my, this is what I feel like. These are my conditions.
Nigga, they gave me therapists on, they were virtual, not virtual therapists, but it was for me to see them via Zoom.
Yeah, virtual.
I did
COVID,
that too.
right?
Yeah.
But I did it for a little while and then I stopped because I was like, yo, I need to see a motherfucker face to face. This shit just did not sit well with me. Like, I was in therapy with this girl with Corning. She was a nice young lady, but I was like 30-something, 35, 36. And she was probably like 25, 26. And she was a nice young lady, but I grew up in the hood. I've been through some traumatic shit.
And she just doesn't have the life experience to deal with it.
And there's no way that you can sit there and tell me that this is the person that's going to guide me through my traumatic experiences. She could have helped me. I'm not saying she couldn't have. But you should have paired me with a motherfucking Vietnam vet that might say, look, you think you've been through a lot of shit, but this is what I've been through. And on top of that, you're also valid because of this. With her, it was just her listening to me, giving me a grade or a score like a teacher and kicking me out that motherfucker with a smile.
Predisposed answers, predisposed rebuttals, the shit they learn in law school. Say this and say that. I mean, it's some bullshit. And that's, I think,
So, Amanda, I don't want to put your personal business out there, but we had a real conversation earlier.
We did.
And I'm upfront about my situation, so I don't mind speaking on it, but I don't want to put you on the spot. How do you feel about like your recent diagnosis, if you don't mind talking about it? If you don't want to talk about it, just let it be known.
No, I don't mind at all.
Because your husband might bop me upside my head. He right behind.
And he's big.
I was diagnosed with MS a year ago. It's been a struggle.
Yeah.
Especially with, we still are in this pandemic scariness where people don't want to meet you and trying to do things over the phone or via the computer. It's hard to understand. I'm a face-to-face person. So it's been a struggle. And I've recently, just because of where I work, you know, with the new pneumonia thing, they're talking about
I had to get pneumonia
shutting things down possibly again and, you know, preparing us for all of this stuff. And with me being sick, you know, my doctors aren't local. So I don't want to have to go back to doing things. I don't get what I need.
Did they ask you to get the pneumonia vaccine and like the COVID shot, flu shot? And
so when COVID first started, I worked in a hospital, so I was mandated to get the shot in order to keep my job.
Ain't that crazy?
Which is another way for the government to control.
Control.
And I seen a lot of doctors and nurses get walked.
Walk them out, huh?
I seen people at my job. I seen people sign up $700 if you sign in, $700 in your paycheck if you take the shot. You have motherfuckers coming in with their card like, look.
They were bringing people in.
They was paying people, bro.
Paying people to
get
come
that
in.
vaccine.
Oh, literally?
Yeah.
I never got it.
Damn.
Even when I got sick, when I got sick around the time, they didn't have COVID.
You had COVID like twice, my nigga.
I had
that
twice.
shit. You had that shit when it wasn't spoken of.
That shit on my
and
had
New
that
did
shit,
too.
bro. Yeah. I remember getting sick just after New.
Was it in that December of 19?
Yeah.
Because that's when I got my first one, and then I got it 3 times,
I went to
actually.
It was early.
I went to Arnett. She was like, we don't have COVID tests.
They couldn't figure out what was wrong with
So
you.
we can't test you for COVID, but your symptoms kind of saying COVID, but they're not. So they did more tests. He brung back the x-rays in my lungs. He said, you see this little black ball right here? It had to be the size of a dime, bro. He said, that's pneumonia, viral pneumonia. He said, we're going to keep you here. Within 3 days, they took scans of my chest again, and it was probably about that big. It had to be the size of a softball, man. But the ball had, like, turned from a ball into almost like a line. You could see it up in my neck. Viral pneumonia, he said it went up in my neck. He said, if you were in your 60s, you'll be dead. I lost 50 pounds in damn near a week. And they said it wasn't COVID. It fucked up my memory. Till this day, I have memory problems. Wow. This is 2023.
Yeah.
This is 19. Till this day. When I came home from the hospital, I couldn't remember Julian's mother's name for almost 3 weeks.
Oh, shit.
And me being the type of person I am, I got nervous. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to say nothing. This shit have passed.
Yup.
And after a while, I'll call, and I was like, maybe when I hear a voice, I remember her name. It was crazy because it was her name and a few other things. Like, even now, like, if I'm having a conversation, I'm going to do something, I'll forget. It's been that way since I got sick.
You don't forget what a nigga owe you, buddy.
No, not when a nigga owe me money. It knows him recently. You know what I'm saying? Down to smoke. But yeah, I called her. And I was like, when she pick up the phone, I'm going to say her name. Let me speak to Julian. Shit never worked. And finally, I told Candace, I said, Candace, listen. I can't remember Julian's mother's name. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, yo, there's a lot of shit, and you know what I'm saying? And so I had to focus up. I think she eventually told me, or I eventually figured it out. Because I didn't want no help, because I was so scared. Like, damn, I would have. And after months go by,
and it's like, what else do I not remember that I don't remember?
Little shit, I be sitting in the house right now. I got fucking bread in the oven.
Yo, Marshall, hold this pistol. Yo, Marshall, hold this bag.
I didn't even know I shot that nigga, you know what I'm saying? But it just little simple shit, you know what I mean? Just forgetting shit. It's like leaving shit at the house, got to come back to the house every time I leave, and noticing like, damn, and she notices it too, and then she'll be reminded, she's such a fucking soldier, bro, because the first time she realized what happened, not without asking, on point. You remember this? You remember you got that? You remember this? And it got to the point where it was like, Candace, I'm not a fucking child. Stop asking me if I remember. And then it hit me like that. I felt so bad. I had to apologize.
She knew and she knows.
And that's the thing, too. Like, even today, she'll say, Marshall, you went up? I'm like, yeah, baby. And I'll sit at the couch. I got this. Yeah. And I go leave the door. And I'll be like, you motherfucker, you was right, girl. And she don't be there, you know what I mean? She probably see it now, big up, baby. You know what I mean? You've been right 99.9% of the time. But yeah, son.
We've been victims of biological warfare.
Yes.
So what is it with the white lung? Isn't that like a derivative? Not a derivative, but a result of the COVID pandemic, or is it something?
It's something else. I mean, all we can do is go off of what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
that's why we got the video.
Form of COVID?
Nah, it's a pneumonia. And Amanda, if you got some extra to add on, please.
So can I ask a question? Can I ask a question real quick? So I heard a little bit about what you're talking about. And before you jump in, I was wondering, so is that kind of related? Because he was talking about the kids. And so now they've been talking about the uptake in RSV, I believe it's called.
Yep.
And,
maybe that's what I had, white lung.
I think I had that,
RSV, that's the thing for kids.
When we came back from Atlantic City, I think that's what I had.
RSV and something else. I can't remember. Is that kind of...
I'm not sure about the RSV.
RSV is very.
It's the same thing because he's talking. Well, I'm just saying the correlation between you talking about the white lung and how it affects children
And the scary name they gave the shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
so what I've been seeing is a lot of talk about the RSV being heavy with the kids, and so I just try to put two and two together as far
Hell
as
no, don't bring them kids to my house.
no, but I'm saying two and two together. White lung affect the kids. It's going to be a different tear-jerking emotional response because it's kids. And so now it's the RSV. So is that kind of like a correlation between the both? Like you get RSV that leads to white lung.
If they didn't tie it together at this moment, it's still something that
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you had the flu and then you got COVID.
But
you know
what
I'm saying?
It's still all respiratory.
Yeah.
It still all has to do with your lungs and there's something. Go look.
It is, but if you notice, they give everything scary names
Yeah.
because they want to up
Yeah.
the hype. For instance, if you go to the doctors and they tell you have rhino, that's just a common cold.
What is? Oh, I was going to say.
Rhino.
I
What
thought
is
that was an
rhino?
animal.
Sounds
It's they'll
I was
tell
about to
you
check
have
my medical records. Did I ever have
That
rhino?
shit is
What
wild.
the
Think about
fuck?
your cat. I got the
Rhino?
rhinovirus, bro. You
Stay
like,
the
yo,
fuck.
you
I
out?
love you, nigga, but I'm gonna bring you all the shit you brought to me when I had COVID. Put it on your porch, nigga.
Common cold.
So, for
Oh,
instance,
oh.
this white lung is basically RSV.
Okay.
Just an enhanced form. So what they did was they took it and put a scary name to it to uphype the panic.
And remember what I said was going on in New York, what they trying to do. Remember the video last?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then what you just said too made a lot of sense. You said, how come, or maybe you said it, how come everything is respiratory? Why would everything be respiratory? Because that's the easiest way.
No, I'm saying everything is.
No, but I was just
the COVID, the RSV.
Because that's the easiest way to spread something is through the air. Because everybody's got to drink air. Some people, I drink faucet water.
I ain't never drank air. You drank air before?
I mean, but
I never
everybody
drank air.
breathes air.
You drank air before?
I was looking at him
you?
like,
You ever drink air?
that's why he
Never
getting
drank
so
air.
strong. That nigga drinking
Nah,
air.
but everybody has to breathe in the air,
It's
so
like roids, nigga.
it's easier to
put air in
spread
my
things through
creatine.
that,
I
though.
put creatine in my air.
And is it a coincidence with the chemtrails in every city?
No, that's been going on forever.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
right, getting it back.
Chemtrails,
Respiratory, airborne.
rhino. So can you read that article? Actually, he has the video. You want to play it real quick?
Yeah, he has the video. But before we go into the video, bringing it back to China, these things came from China. Okay? The white lung, when you'll hear it, they'll say it came from China as well. Now, here's the thing. When I was saying China financially, economically was struggling in comparison to us back in 2019, and then they actually they gained on us because of our shutdown that we had with businesses and such. Right now, financially, they're in the same spot again. So do not be surprised if they try to have niggas go in the house this coming up winter. I don't think niggas is going in the house. Why?
So China can get paid again. Huh?
Hold up, but why?
I don't want to sound like the slow guy in the room.
What up?
But can you please read that just one more time?
Oh,
so I can,
all right, my bad.
Because I'm trying to absorb what it is.
So COVID came from China.
Yeah.
At the time.
Is that
Allegedly.
a fact?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact because
Okay.
when it came out, they were sending tens and thousands of
Now, I know
motherfuckers.
Trump was saying China virus, and I was riding with him, so I'm going to leave
Yeah,
it at
but
that.
but
Like,
I mean, as far as we know, I haven't heard anything else. I didn't hear it came from Australia. I didn't hear it came from China's where it came from, right?
yeah.
So this white lung as well came from China.
And white lung is what, again, specifically?
A pneumonia, an intense type of pneumonia that really is impacting kids, is what they say. Like, I haven't really heard much. The same time in December of 2019, we didn't hear much about COVID. We really didn't know much at the time. It was kind of like the prequel of what's coming. And that's where we're at with this sprinkling of white lung knowledge.
So this is totally separate from
This
COVID.
is separate, but they're trying to make it cut like first cousins.
Okay.
Because they're doing the same game plan. You dig? Just like the video, you know what I'm saying, we played last week when it was in the Supreme Court. I think it's like, all right, this is where we failed at last time. Now we got to pull the heartstrings that is really impacting kids, and hopefully the world go crazy.
Because if it's the kids affected,
that's
who are you to ignore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mass, what they call it, mass
Hysteria?
Pandemonium or
when you go get the shot, what are you doing? You're mass vaccination.
Vaccinate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd have to vaccinate the kids because we say it's this much of a threat.
Even the heartstrings. Damn, the kids fucked up, and that's what they were trying to say before. If everybody gets the vaccine, then we'll be good. You know, we won't have to worry.
And I'm glad you brought up the vaccine.
Before
we go to the video, lastly,
the
Texas Attorney General in Texas is suing Pfizer for fraud on their vaccines. Because if you remember, when they first came out saying that it was 95% effective.
Yeah, we knew that was bullshit.
But,
Come on, like
right. But they were able to go on TV and state it as a fact and had hundreds of millions of people believing that it was when they didn't even have any tests. They couldn't even isolate the virus
you know
at the
what
time.
bothered me about that is the fact that your beliefs on the vaccine put you in a position to where it was almost like the Bloods and the Crips.
That's a whole fact, bro.
Nah, it wasn't. That is true. That is true. You either was a Blood or a Crip. You can't come to my house unless you get. I wasn't able to see my dad.
To die if you ain't fucking death.
My parent, my dad has, he had the kidney transplant. So he's like super duper germ-ophobic not like
High
in a
risk,
bad
very
situation,
high
but he's
risk.
very high risk. So he's not playing none of that shit. So he's like, nah, if you're not vaccinated,
I'm not.
if you're not,
I'm not
this and
high
that,
risk like
then you not
a
coming to my
transplant
house.
recipient. But I like to make this clear because some people don't understand my
But you were
weird
still high
interaction.
risk.
I am
So don't try to
very
sugarcoat that
high
shit, nigga.
risk
Of pretty much anything.
for
Yeah.
anything.
And
Right?
I think Cap on some
So-
real shit. Let me shut you down, nigga. You talking about you ain't very high risk as a such.
No,
and
I
such
said I
person.
am very
Oh,
high
I thought you
risk.
said ain't. I'm sorry.
No,
That's
I
what
said,
yeah.
no, what I was saying is a lot of people don't understand. Like, so if you invite me somewhere,
No, you said I'm not as high risk as. what?
no, I said as a
kidney transplant.
a
Yeah,
transplant
that's what I was saying,
recipient.
yeah.
So
But I
that's
want to
way
stop you
more.
there. It's a little more intense.
No,
but-
it's way more intense because they're on drugs that suppress their immune system, and they have an organ
You're
that their
right.
body can reject.
You're right.
That
I'm gonna
there's
debate
always
with you
a high,
to this end because you have a suppressed immune system too. Just because you might not be up here, they're up here. You're right here too. You still in that.
No,
ring,
I
bro.
know. I'm
You're
up there.
super high
I know
risk,
I'm up
bro.
there. I just also know. Not even turn it into a debate. I also know that organ recipient is at a way higher risk for many multiple
more shit,
reasons, but people don't understand because they see me working out, they see me moving around. I got a business, I'm doing this, doing that. But what you don't realize is you don't see me in all these random places that you think
Right.
I should be, and I don't give a fuck. Because
Word.
before I almost died from COVID, I was doing all that shit and taking precautions.
Yeah.
But I also know that, like, when you was sick, this nigga had colds and say, yo, I ain't coming to the gym. I'm like, yo, he like, nah,
Yeah, I
my
wasn't-
daughter's sick. I got the mask on and all that, but I ain't trying to get you sick. So if you're not around motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you getting sick, you have to keep in mind your health because the world don't give a fuck like
You gotta
that.
be diligent. You have to do your due
Yeah,
diligence.
so that's what I do. I used to, God used to let me be everywhere, anywhere I wanted to be. That's not my life now. I have to be cautious. So yeah, I want to go turn the fuck up. And guess what happened when we went out to fucking Atlantic City and we came back? I got sick like a motherfucker.
Yeah, nigga.
And I was partying like a motherfucker.
You had a ball.
I forgot I had MS taking Ocrevus, nigga. Look Ocrevus up. When I was sick with that shit on my deathbed, in my bed, because I wasn't going to the hospital, because my wife had to accept that, my kids had to accept that, but they did because they knew where I stood. I don't want to die in a fucking hospital.
By yourself.
By myself, because they wouldn't let Liz stay there with me.
Word up.
Roy was researching Ocrevus. His wife is a
Engineer, basically. A biochemist.
So
Your biochemist.
Got to do with the brain. Yeah.
So Roy called me one day and I could barely be coherent of what he was saying, but he was so fucked up because there's a high morbidity, high death rate
Higher
with people with
probability.
Ocrevus that get COVID-19 because there was no precedented cases where they could even have studied a way to get him past shit. He was fucked up behind that. I already knew that because I was laying in
remember that
bed
shit,
damn near dead.
When you told
You
me
know what
that
I'm
shit, I'm
saying?
like, fuck.
Yeah, there wasn't
It was
no.
so fucked up because the first thing I thought about was like, you're gonna be one of the first fucking studies.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what
I'm
Roy
saying?
was saying too. Like, God damn, these people, and I'm in a study. So I get a discount on my fucking medication because I'm in a study, not one that subjects me to, weird practices. But the whole point is, my nigga, like,
Cap. Don't be touching you, do they? You know you can tell me I got your back.
what'd you say?
Don't be letting them touch you.
Nah, what you mean?
Just study. Just let them study.
study.
Diddy ain't doing the study.
All right. As long as Diddy ain't doing it.
Did he do it or did he not do it?
Liz
be
be with
having
me
you
too,
cough?
so. What?
You don't be having you cough?
Yo, little cuz, man.
See, that's what I was gonna say.
Yo,
earlier.
let's roll the vid. Let's roll the vid. Let's roll the vid.
Roll that white lung video.
You would
man.
think we would have learned from the pandemic on who to trust when it comes to the origins of mysterious viruses that are spreading like wildfire. But no,
Let's get into
we
it.
have not.
So let us know. what the
Pediatricians
video
in
style.
D.C., Massachusetts, and Ohio all report
gonna
massive
do it here?
outbreaks of white lung pneumonia in kids.
20 minutes.
The first reports of overrun hospitals came from China,
minutes, you know what I mean?
but experts
Press
say not to worry.
Nigga.
Don't worry. We don't know
Mr.
anything
Lee, press
about this,
play.
but don't worry, and certainly don't blame China.
We do not believe this is a new or novel pathogen. We believe this is all existing.
Okay, so that was
All right, you can
testimony.
stop this, these
today.
impatient ass niggas.
The virus is
can't
already
accept the fact that they can't hear the shit.
I didn't say nothing.
Did you stop it?
No, let them listen. Let the people listen.
So we're gonna have to figure out how we can play it out. I know how we can play it out loud. We can hook up a speaker to the main out of the YOLO box. So since it's played in there, we can play it out loud. But then it creates an echo through the microphones, and we have to mute the mics. I didn't want to do all that extra shit because you see who we sitting in here with.
That's why I shut up.
So why you ain't just play it on the Bluetooth?
Hoodie act like a little motherfucker.
You know what? Let's stop, yo.
Because it's a video.
Run it back.
Hoodie act like a badass kid in school. He said, "We can't hear the video." Marshall sitting there tapping me and shit. Quest being mad patient.
It's a video.
Amanda's
it's from
like,
Fox.
look,
It's from
we
Fox
gonna ride
News, I
this
believe.
out.
I thought it was just an audio clip. I apologize
it's all
to
good.
Cal. Let's get into it.
It's too late. He already
Denmark,
did, bro.
Netherlands, Sweden,
Rhinovirus?
Switzerland, and others. And they say this is nothing so far that they have anything to be able to learn about. Of course, when COVID spread from China to Italy and then to America, China lied through it all. With us now, somebody who was on the front lines of that, Dr. Brett Giroir, ICU pediatrician, ran a children's hospital, sits on the board of the American Academy of Pediatrics, also author of the book Memoir of a Pandemic, Fighting COVID from the Front.
Let's go back. You know what?
Quest.
If you could just put it in the y'all look up here. Go to that link right there.
Yeah, because Hell gonna edit the fuck out this video.
That link right there. Go to that link right there, and you can watch the video. And make sure y'all comment, man. Give some feedback.
Yeah, please,
man.
please do.
We need some comments, man.
Yeah,
we definitely need some comments.
It sounds like the world is moving in a okay, so money used to be the manipulative force that controlled not just classes and different types of people, but it seems like medical
The medical field, the big pharma.
one of you ugly niggas gonna come up with the
Big
word.
pharma
That's the alley-oop right there. So it sounds like medical reasons are gonna be the reasons why in the future.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Major moves are being made as opposed to money.
That's what we've already started that emotion.
Because you can't dodge the medical reasons. If the U.S. dollar is losing value in certain countries,
in a lot of countries,
that's one thing. But if
you think power is worth more than money,
that's the way you have power.
If the majority of these countries are facing a medical emergency, that is something that's unprecedented that the majority don't know about, and say the U.S. does have more information because we probably helped create the shit, or China
they're
helped
gonna
create
spend
the shit.
they're gonna spend their money with us.
That's what's gonna happen.
So the money comes to power because right now the euro is more than the U.S. dollar. I believe the
nigga food stamps is the better currency right now.
I believe
the old paper food stamps, nigga.
Nah, but for the euro, that's in the euro, and then the yen in China. I believe those are those.
You got some?
Yeah, I do.
China is our landlord.
I do.
Yo, we should rob Hoodie.
We into debt. We into debt to China. China is our landlord. China, we
basically
we're gonna be in debt to China until the world start.
Yo,
over
why
again.
do you think they keep sending shit this way? Niggas owe them niggas money.
Yeah,
I don't know how China can be broke. All these
niggas must owe them money,
it,
bro.
Say it.
all
say
these
it.
bitches ordering from Temu and shit.
Why you look at her? That's fucked
Because
up.
I didn't want to. You know what I mean? I was trying to be respectful.
Nigga,
Like
where your leg come from, nigga?
That shit ain't coming from China.
Yo,
my leg came from the Hanger Clinic on College Avenue.
How much it cost?
$12,433.37.
I was just trying to throw him the brag alley-oop.
yeah.
No, that's not no brag alley.
ain't
I
no-
needed that motherfucker.
Bro, look.
I'm gonna get a motherfucking
Hoodie.
GoFundMe next time.
Hoodie. If you had the
Technically,
$1,500 leg, we wouldn't be in the gym making all these games, my nigga. So yes, you should brag, not brag, but you should speak on that
proud, nigga,
$12,000
word.
leg,
Nah,
my nigga.
I did flex on a little homie at the store.
You get what
last
you
summer.
pay for, fam.
Go and get you a $1,500 one. Let's
I
see what happens.
I had my dad shoes on, like how Marshall called me out.
his
Marshall called me out with my
Be
dad
like-
shoes. So son called out. He called me out on my shoes. Little homie talked about my shoes. I said, yo, listen. I said, yeah, these shoes is attached to a $12,000 leg that costs more than your car and your rent.
Yeah, that's fucked
So
up
I
because you
gotta-
gonna make little niggas try to match you. They gonna
Rob
be-
him for his leg, nigga.
They gonna, you know how we in that
start
day and
wearing
age.
fake legs around their neck.
How much can I get for this?
Yo, son.
I got a fake leg around my neck.
Take this
leg on a
machete, my
Cuban.
nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
Cut off my bad leg.
Yeah.
Oh, yo,
We
man.
gonna get this $20,000 diamond studded.
And then we go in the Cab studio and make a track about it, nigga.
Yo, remember we was talking about the immigrants last week, though, yo?
I love eating their chicken.
You stupid.
Yo, remember the immigrants? I was like, why they sending them all to New York?
Yeah.
Last thing?
Yeah.
Them niggas just going to Chicago.
Feel sorry for them. Shit.
Them niggas is...
You know why they sending them to Chicago? Because them
Southside of
Chicago niggas gonna shoot them up.
That's what I'm about to ask. Southside of Chicago.
Not even being funny.
That's
Chicago,
that-
they sending them niggas to Chicago now.
Those is the angels coming to get. Well, actually, I ain't gonna lie.
Environmental genocide.
The Spanish environment in the city, the inner city of Chicago, is turned the fuck up too. So they talk about like black people killing all the time, but the Spanish community in Chicago is super gangster too. So maybe they'll do better there.
Shit.
There's so much shit you don't see, man. So much shit.
Don't
that
bring
the
them
media
niggas
just
to
gives too
Elmira
much,
because
man.
these little dudes be swearing they gangster.
Oh.
And I got love. Listen, and I'm gonna be very clear on this. I don't care who I offend, man, because I love all y'all. A lot of these young dudes swear they gangster, right? What they don't realize is you grew up in a household that may not have been what you wanted it to be because you've seen other people that had Jordans, better clothes, things of that nature. Right. But some people come from households where there's actually no food in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. No lights, no running water, right? So that forces your brain to get into a survival mode that the average kid here has no clue what it's about.
I mean, there's certain things you can't emulate.
There's nothing you can do about
simulate.
that. So when you put people that come from environments like Elmira and environments like that are in Chicago or in Venezuela or Mexico,
Especially in them third world countries, because
you become food.
son, when you go to them third world countries and you see how they really living, it don't matter how broke you think you are in Elmira.
Don't shit matter when you
Son.
hungry,
They
bro.
come here and be like looking at us like we could, because there's a lot more foreigners here in Elmira, not even in just in Chemung County in Elmira than there used to be.
Yeah.
They come here and they look at us like these motherfuckers are spoiled and they
Y'all don't
want to
work. Y'all don't want to work. You don't want to work at the corner store. Like, man, like I mean, I talk a lot.
I'll take it.
I talk a lot of shit about Mexicans, but you know the reality is,
I love
the
Mexicans,
Mexican people
man.
in general are some hard working ass motherfuckers, man.
I love Indian.
And
They
they
stick
stick
everybody
together,
though.
They stick
I
together.
love my black people though. I just want better for my black people because you know us in this room can sit here and think of a plan to get each other ahead that will benefit our the next generations.
Right.
But my whole point is this: like all these Indians that go in these stores, they're not all best friends. They just have a plan.
Yeah, they got a plan.
They execute that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I went to Georgia to go live with my cousin for a little bit, and she was living in Duluth, Georgia for a little bit. This is the first time I've ever been somewhere that is other than New York State. And Duluth had so many foreigners. I've never seen so many of mixed different races in my entire life. There's only one part of Duluth where there's nothing but Chinese people, one part of Duluth where there's nothing but Hispanic people, and one part of Duluth there was nothing but Indian people. It was just so diverse, and how
was it engaging with these different?
Did you try to talk to any of the bitches down there?
I wasn't concerned.
I did try to talk to some Chinese chicks, but Tasha warned me not to really do that because
Hold up. We're not gonna bring my cousin Tasha name into this.
Well,
speak on it.
She gave me some good advice. She says because and it wasn't even just her either. She and somebody
See how
else
you tried to
told
throw
me
her under the bus?
Right,
Tasha
right.
loves everybody too, so she gave you some advice on what you should.
But basically, the reason why that was is because a lot of like in China and stuff like that.
You trying to get Tasha canceled?
They're not really.
They're not
really about interbreeding with different type of races as much as they would with their own race.
It's really common for
it's really common for them to be with their own race compared to getting with other races.
Yeah, some Asians don't fuck with black people.
A lot of them don't.
They don't fuck with black people.
So are we the only race
could I ask you a
that
question, though?
doesn't really?
What you say,
Chinese people?
Yeah, that's the only race. Check it. Let me say this before I forget. Let me say this. Like a lot of Asians, Chinese people don't fuck with black people.
Yeah.
But like the Mexicans, they'll stick together. Puerto Ricans, they'll hold you down. You know what I mean? It seems like every other race sticks together. And the prime example, when I got locked up, I got kicked out of the world for a little while. Big surprise, huh? Yeah. So I'm kicked out of the world and shit.
Guys,
and when you look at me, you see me as a black man, right?
Yeah, but you Puerto Rican too, though.
You won't
fuck.
You know what I mean? You won't until I open my mouth, or if I say something, or if you'll catch me around some of my people. Like, who speaks a little bit of Spanish?
Knife and razor
I don't have the, you know what I'm saying?
I see
you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying before, I was blessed to be able to experience both sides of the family, both cultures. And it wasn't just like, you know what I mean, see my dad every once in a while. You know, I lived it through friends and family, you know what I mean? I stayed in Puerto Rican households. I know how they so loud and what they cook with and certain, you know what I mean? Like I can go home and cook a whole Spanish meal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing was when I was locked up, it was a group of Puerto Ricans. I was cool with the one dude. He knew I was Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Because of my last name, obviously.
We taking him.
Yeah, he asked me like, "Yo, bro, blah blah." Telling you, mi padre Puerto Rican, mi madre negrita. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, tú hablas español un poquito así. You know what I'm saying? I speak enough to understand. But Lewis, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He understands, you know what I mean? But I was just always the one where, don't worry about no damn Spanish. I ain't gotta know how to speak Spanish, baby, to rub on your taco. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it was a group of dudes, like they cooked every night. And I would give old boy some stuff and shit, and I would get the side eye. They'd give him the side eye. Like, yo, bro, why you taking stuff from that nigga, man? And he said something like, yo, bro, papa, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Colon, Marshall.
It's real fucked up in the
and they started fucking with me hard body. Because I'm half Puerto Rican. But they always kept that eye, like, yo, he's still a nigga, man. Like, yo, bro, pop, you wouldn't. And I would have some of the elders come to me like, yo, listen, I know you do this, you do that. I was like, listen, man, I explained to him, like, I'm my own man. I don't take sides. I stand on my own too. I ain't part of no gang. I'll fight everybody. And from that day on, he respected. He's like, yo, you know what? I fuck with you. Because he was just trying to gauge, like, yo, are they sending, if they sending this nigga over here to infiltrate some shit, and I had to explain to him, bro, I'll fuck you and that nigga up. You know, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a respect thing. And it just kind of goes to where, like, it's something in those races where it's like they get it. I don't know. A lot of races. A
oneness.
Yeah,
like,
they've been through their bullshit. Like we were slaves, and I mean, you got to understand too. We weren't just slaves. We just got it the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We were treated the fucking worst, and still getting treated like shit.
And it's endorsed throughout all of that.
You know what's fucked up to be able to all right. So it's almost like you can feel like you're stuck on an island by yourself sometimes because I love my black, even though my wife is white as a motherfucker. She's Polish and Italian, right? Love her to death. We grew up in Elmira, New York. I wasn't worried about race then. I'm not worried about it now. This is where my chips, you know what I'm saying? Right. Love her to death. Dr. Umar, if you want to talk about it, let's do it. I don't give a fuck.
Word.
But the thing is, growing up, you seen that the niggas, our people, never felt the need to defend their people.
Or
I have always been the opposite. And I'm going to say some real shit. I'm not perfect, right? I came from a hustler's background. I made a lot of money in the streets. Definitely not saying I was the biggest baller and all that. One thing I would never do was sell shit to black people. And it might sound weird.
No, I don't.
But that's not what I would do.
That's real.
Because there was nothing that made me want to look at my black people, and I promise you it's always been like this. And look at them and be like, damn, I'm contributing to these people being fucked up. Yeah. And I'm not saying I think lesser of any other race, but that's just how I felt. Because these people look similar to my mom, my dad, my brothers, and I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, it just goes into that. Like, I think, like, even with black folks, like, and I commend you for that shit. That shit is dope.
You shouldn't commend me because I shouldn't have been hustling.
I know what you mean.
But the ethics,
we on our dare shit.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. It just
smack me, nigga. Like, you shouldn't have did that.
Was raised there, even raised different.
Yeah.
To try to think different. Like with me and Lewis, you know, we had conversations to where, like, we have to try to break some certain, like, generational curses.
Yeah.
Even when, I tell my kids, and I still get upset. I still have anger problem. I tell Delmar and my daughter, sometimes Dad still gets upset, and I got to work through things, you know what I mean? You know? But it's a struggle, bro. Even, I don't know what it is, even with the black man, it's almost like back in slavery, they took all the dignity, all the I guess the drive, the motivation, you know what I mean? Break them down so I feel like shit, you know what I mean?
They took the biggest, strongest.
Yeah, the biggest, strongest, and break them down, I feel like shit. And I'm gonna make you,
castrate
I'm gonna make you
that.
feel good for doing some shit for me. I feel like, I mean, yeah, I can do this for you now. And I think that it just carried on to
Yes,
So maybe the darker skinned
the
niggas are the niggas that never reached that household
shut your ass.
accreditation, so they always was like rebellious and shit.
Bruh.
Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never, and this has nothing to do with what you were saying, but what I'm saying is, if you were light skinned, that means you were probably closer to in the house and you were inbreeding with the master and things of that nature. If you were super dark
Why
skinned,
you keep looking at me like that?
I'm definitely not. But if the shoe, not these shoes,
You know what I
fit,
noticed?
wear that motherfucker.
I got 2 shoes, bitch. You see both of
That
them.
left one fly as a motherfucker.
Clean, ain't got no creases in that.
Yo, did
But ain't no creases in the toe or nothing.
Y'all niggas always fucking me.
Yeah, real quick, let's move on. But I was basically I was trying to say something about black on black crime, violence, and shit like that. Black
But it's
men
always
pitting
been that
against
way,
black men.
though.
But it's not always been. Well, yeah, not. But I don't think
Because
it's been that
Africa
way.
started. Africa sold their own people to the white man.
Yeah, I mean, white people sold white people to white
Yeah,
people.
but
Black
you got,
people sold black people to black people.
You got to watch how you say that though, because it's like, what started first? Did the black men sell their people to white people?
No.
Or was it the opposite? Did the white people take the black people first? Now, I'm not saying I know what's right or wrong. I'm asking you, what are your thoughts on that topic?
Honestly, well,
No. I'm not asking for the extended explanation.
Oh.
It's a simple question, and I'm asking you for a simple answer to start the response to the question.
well, my answer to that was I don't really know if we were taken or it started as selling, because in school they teach you that we sold each other. They don't really talk about how white men came and took Africans themselves.
Why would
So
they?
let me say this.
Neff got something to say.
Can I say this real
What
quick?
you got, Neff?
I answered.
Neff, come up here, bro.
Let me answer
Come
the
up here.
question quick. You
Come up
asked
here.
if They were taken or sold first,
Bring your
right?
chair up.
Yeah.
Bring your chair up here. This nigga make me nervous.
Bring
'cause you
some
don't know,
bring
you
some
don't never
pretzels,
know what
too.
he gonna say, but I'm gonna trust that
I'm gonna give you the hood answer.
he gonna keep it in.
They asked you if you were,
Nope, do your thing.
taken or sold. Can you sell something that's not wanted or needed? Something that's not a commodity?
No. What? Yeah.
So they had to be taken first. The need had to be there.
Right.
Well, I
can't-
mean, the need
you
was
can't
always
sell
there
something.
because they needed the workers.
They need the workforce.
So they had to got taken first. You
they
can't
got
sell.
taken.
You can't sell a black person to somebody who's never seen a black person.
So let me ask you a question.
you can't-
So let me ask you a question.
I
real
like-
quick.
I
Let me
like
ask you a
that
question real
logic.
quick.
I like that
So-
logic.
So if you showed up, right? So if you showed up and they met you, and they was like, "Yo, nephew, we need a couple good strong niggas. You know a couple good strong niggas?" And you say, "Yeah, I can introduce you to my friends."
I never would say that.
But what I'm just saying is, you know, and you introduce them to some friends, and then they're like, "Well, we gonna take these niggas here. You hold this down." Did you sell them, or did you?
Yeah, you sold them out. You sold them up the river. You damn near snitched.
So check it out real quick, fellas.
Yeah.
So I watched a documentary a couple nights ago with my wife. I watch a lot of shit, and basically, like my thing, I like to study and get an understanding of how this shit all started. Like he was saying, white men were selling their people. All right, slavery has been slavery even before they stole all these black people.
Yes, that's correct.
Theirs was white slaves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Indian
basically-
slaves.
Indian slaves, basically, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, over here in America, there was people already here before.
What happened to the Aztecs?
Okay, so listen, check it out. They were in Mexico. Check it out. Mexico, Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of shit. America. So basically, we got these white slaves. All right, this is what I was. I'll say it the best I remember. So we got all these white slaves, right? So I got 27 white slaves. Every once in a while, my fucking slaves keep running away. Who's around in these towns? White people. It's easy to blend in. So this one dude got the great idea, damn, I'm traveling the world, I see all these fucking African people, they're darker. So it'd be hard for them to run away and blend in. So we're gonna snatch these people up, we're gonna sell them. That was
I
one of the
never
reasons.
heard it. That makes so much sense.
I'm gonna send y'all a link. No, I'm gonna send you a link.
Wow, yeah.
No, listen.
Nah, he's-
I just told you I watched a
I
documentary with my
say
wife.
it's a really good
I
documentary.
watched
We
that.
just watched
Yeah,
it.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
Know how I give it up.
But you have to check it. That's not the main. I'm not saying that's the main reason they were taken, but that was one of the ideas from one of the slave traders. Like, yo, if we take these dark skinned people and put them over here, we can knock out the possible. We can knock out that running away. You know what I mean? Running away. They
can't
can't
blend in.
find them. They can't blend in to these natives. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Wait, so you're saying that originally there were darker skinned people here,
Yeah.
but then it became a fact that if we get rid of the darker skinned people, if we take slaves and they run away.
No, what I was saying is like the slave. There was white
Irish.
indentured workers before. Irish
Are you
slaves.
saying in North America?
Yes.
No, not North America. I'm talking about all over the world. Yeah, there was people were enslaved, but when it got to the point where what the fuck was his name?
Indentured
So
service.
I was telling you how Columbus was they paid for Columbus's shit or whatever. You know what I mean? He came over here. He did whatever. Met with his man. I'm sending you the link so you can watch it. So basically, it was one of them things where you seen these people with these darker skin. Oh, I got an idea. We got a problem over here where these white people keep running away and we can't find them because they're blending in. So let's go grab these darker people. They can work for us and we'll knock out that problem.
And then
Slavery being in a place where it's predominantly
white
skinned people.
Yeah.
And then it makes sense. Okay, so you're saying the origin of why would you even go look for a motherfucker?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, because we got these slaves. So I guess my point
But not just
earlier was similar to slaves have been that shit has been happening since
day one.
Time, yeah.
But
Since day
they've
one.
always looked like the people they were enslaving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they just used a reasoning or a way to differentiate them between
And so
But I mean, it's just like if you go back to the King's times, they had poor people,
navigating the globe. They started
peasants,
traveling the globe.
and then the royalty. So you had royalty and you had the peasants. The peasants
since
were
day
the
one, they were
slaves,
slaves.
were the workers. So basically, yeah, because what he's saying is like, so if you got a whole town of white people and you got 75 white slaves, they can leave and blend in with everybody else. But if there was not a black person in the town and we was the only black, that word out, it's easy to be like, oh, you don't fit in.
But
Here's,
here's the misconception about that. A lot of the white people, they weren't slaves. They were indentured servants. They got paid. They didn't get paid much.
Yeah.
They didn't get paid much, but they got paid.
Yeah,
Niggas didn't get paid.
yeah.
And the thing about it, like what they were saying, what they were saying, right, in this documentary. I'm gonna send y'all the link, right? Basically, so we have white slaves and black slaves. We got all these fucking black slaves disobeying, doing all this bullshit. But Cap and Tom are best friends. Tom's our white slave. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can convince Tom to convince Cap to stop fucking running. We'll give him some regular clothes and give him a job. You know what I mean? Give him a nice coat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so now what Tom did from being a slave with Cap for 10 fucking years, then got freed, got some money, and now Tom done bought Cap.
Yeah, that's G shit. He's exactly right, bro.
Now Cap is Tom's slave, and y'all been friends for 20 fucking years.
Yeah, it was a white slaves, black slaves together, and they fought the same fight.
Fought the same fucking fight.
So
Yeah, I want to see that documentary.
It's a really good documentary.
It's on Netflix.
I'm gonna watch that this
So
week.
the government said, how do we stop this from happening? They said, well, let's take the poor whites, give them money,
give
turn
money.
them against the blacks.
Oh, I got to see that.
And now we have
So
more-
they wanted to be freed. He got freed, and now he owns black people.
I just got a question because I don't know anything about this and I love some more information because I love to be educated on shit. So at what time period was this, and was it in like North America or was it like throughout the world? Or
I don't remember what it tells you in the documentary.
I think we should
when
watch
everything happened.
I think we should watch. I think Marshall should share the link with us, and we should watch it this week, and then we'd be able to have a better discussion.
I think it's on Netflix, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, on Netflix.
I think if we all watched it, we'd be able to have a better discussion next week about it.
What's it called?
It was fire, bro. It was a good ass documentary.
Hold on, bro. I'm pulling up. I got Netflix.
Yeah,
on my
get
shit.
that.
now what was it called though? At least we can
I'm looking for it right now.
so we can look at it later or some shit.
Facts.
By the way, congratulations on your guys' last show, because y'all are getting canceled. I'm just saying. Y'all are canceled. Y'all gonna have a group of immigrants outside after this shit.
Nah, yo.
Nigga, I feed them.
Hey, we'll
we
put them
got-
to
yo,
work, motherfucker. Hey, you need a job?
So y'all canceled after this one.
Y'all
Yo,
niggas
Cap, you
canceled.
gotta get on your editing, nigga.
Yeah, y'all canceled.
That's the cow.
To Cal, edit. You gotta get on your editing. You gotta beep, beep.
So
To Cal Packer.
I'm gonna start the push.
I ain't gonna take the mic from you too long, but tonight is the first night that I'm gonna give the reins to Takal with all of the footage, all of the audio, and let him do his thing completely, all the graphics, He has the passwords to get into the motherfucking page and all that. So tonight, I'm not going to grab my laptop and all that and rush home.
Dope.
I'm just going to let him do what he does and see what happens.
Cal, you ready for that, man?
So you gonna
I'm also I'm also gonna upload it.
You don't
got to
yell at us, brother. We can hear you.
It's called Stamped from the Beginning.
Y'all gonna give all the power to the nigga who said he hates Mexicans? That's gonna edit the video, bro.
So we youngins got a thing we always say when we always say something wild. We say on GTA though.
What does that mean?
On Grand Theft Auto.
It means
On Grand Theft
not
Auto?
realistic, not realistically. Okay. Pretty much.
So the name of the documentary is called Stamped from the Beginning.
Stamped?
Yeah, from the beginning.
So on that note, we supposed to get into the other topic, right?
Yeah, real quick.
About what happened here last weekend, right?
Yeah, real quick, because, you know.
Yo, did you see the video footage of the shit?
So while he's telling them that, folks, I'm gonna tell y'all my story. It happened to me tonight a few minutes ago. Not even about 20 minutes, half an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. Somebody tried to take me out on Main Street with two eggs.
Oh my
With
God.
2 eggs. They tried to scramble you, Mark.
If y'all
That nigga was out there scrambling, bitch.
Yeah,
How you
bro.
gonna throw produce at the fat nigga, bro?
Yeah, fuck me up, bro. So y'all check out my Facebook page. Y'all can see, you know what I mean, the evidence. So I go outside, right, to partake in a little bit of medicine. So, you know, I walk a little down the way. So, you know, just to be respectful to the entrances, you know what I'm saying? That's all. So as I'm walking down the way, I hear some talking. I happen to look back. I see a guy coming up the street talking on the phone. No big deal. So I go down a little bit more. I'm going to step in the street. As I'm holding my head down, I'm lighting my medicine. And I hear boom, boom. What the fuck? I look at the dude. He said, what was that? And I look at the wall. There's 2 eggs smashed up against the window. And as I turn to look, I see the boy look like he about 17 years old. Halfway out the window, he was pulling himself back in the window, but his stomach stopped him. And as he pushed, you heard him go, ugh. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn.
Nigga from Mindful Exchange.
I can see it.
He hates Mexicans.
Yeah. I can see this
It
dude.
was a Mexican white boy. That's what it was. He said, that's the nigga with the cow right there.
Cal, you got motherfuckers looking for you, man? I almost caught your bullet, man.
I'm a ghost. No one knows me. I'm a ghost.
All right, so anyway, I see the dude in the face is Oshkosh Bagosh. You know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, I'm finna run down on these young white kids, and I'm gonna scare the white privilege out of them. I'm gonna spaz, and the whole time I was like, no, don't do that, Marshall. And then it hit me, you know what? Yeah, do it. You can spaz on them about wasting the eggs. I love eggs. What the fuck is wrong? You know, can you imagine me with my shirt off, standing in front of a car, and it's 4, 5, 16 years old from Pine City?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you grab them eggs?
Yeah, so
I would have ate them.
But long story short, man, I almost got assaulted, and the only thing that saved them from shitting on themselves, I have to jump my battery and start my car to leave anywhere I go. I don't have a new battery. So that's what saved me. So with that being said, y'all be careful on Main Street. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make light of this story. I just want to segue into this story.
Yeah, because
I don't condone violence. We don't do this shit. But with that being said, I almost got.
I do have a question for that because I wanted to ask it outside, but I really didn't. You said they did that while driving by in a car, right?
Yeah.
Were you just gonna run up to the car and ambush them or something?
No, that's why he had to start the car.
I was gonna go get in my car
And follow
Run them down.
because they got caught at the second light. But the whole
Chasing
time,
me like you're the police.
yeah, but the whole time I was like trying to start the car, I was laughing, and so I really couldn't focus. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like these motherfuckers, the whole time I'm looking, they're still at the light. Like they were at the light for a good 17 seconds. That was enough time.
You ever think that maybe that was God giving you a lesson?
Oh, yeah.
In your own temperament, my nigga?
It was.
Because
Protein, that's what the lesson was.
It definitely was.
Eat
on
protein.
some G shit, because sometimes
It was, bro.
we're all right, we sit here and we talk about these younger kids, younger adults, right? But sometimes we have to shake some of our old habits and ways because we're impulsive when we get emotional too. But we get emotional for different reasons. So it's like that could have been God telling you that naturally this is what you would have done.
Cap, I went through them stages, bro.
But now you're being humbled to the point that you should figure out a different way to go about these situations because things can be ugly if you don't learn a different way to approach shit.
If them eggs would have hit Marshall, that nigga would have ran. He would have ran down.
I'm not gonna lie.
That motherfucker would have caught him on foot, bitch. He would have been holding on the back of that car like Ace Ventura. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker.
But I'm not gonna lie, Cap. That's some real shit. Because the emotions I went through, when I heard it. You know what I mean? I felt the energy behind me. It too, doom, doom, and you hear the window go a little bit, and the dude was like, "What was that?" And I realized, like, yo, they just threw eggs at me. I'm about to fuck these. They don't know me. And then it hit me like, nah, I got to go over to the car. It's raining. And then I started thinking about, you know what? I'm going to run them. I started thinking, like, I'm going to be funny with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing I thought. I'm finna fuck this fat belly motherfucker up as soon as I see him. Shit. But instantly it went into, and then I got to thinking about it. You know what I mean? If they went in there, I told you about it. I'm like, damn, if they would have really hit me like one of them eggs, man.
You should have took a lighter to the window and scrambled the bitch.
I probably should have boiled them.
That shit
still out there.
I might eat them.
Yeah. All right, so where we segueing
so like
into?
I said, we're going to segue
into
the violence that's going on.
So last Wednesday?
Y'all smoke mad weed. I just don't be remembering shit, so I can't give you no date.
I don't know. Sometime last week there was a shooting on Water Street.
Thursday?
It was Thursday?
It was on Thursday.
Oh, so there's a shooting on Water Street. I'm not promoting any violence, but I watch violent movies, and I seen the video. Cal, you got the video loaded up?
Yeah, I'm about to pop the video right now.
How long is it so we can?
It's 8 seconds.
So me and nephew sharing this mic because I love his commentary. He's very intelligent. He has a different, unique perspective on things. But I do want to state this before we watch this video. I don't condone violence in any way, shape, or form unless you got to protect your family, self or family, right? Now, I'm not making light of this because somebody got shot in this video. So we're not making light of it, but I am intrigued because I'm an analytical motherfucking person.
Some John Wick shit, baby.
So I was wondering, one, how did this individual manage to? Okay, just play the video.
Play the video, Takal.
I love you.
Okay, it's over.
Son, did you like listen? So we once again, I want to make the statement: we do not condone violence, or we don't want nobody to get hurt with nothing. But when y'all seen that motherfucker come down off the thing, he leaned back, pulled out, bang, 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 however many shots he fired, put the shit back behind his back and peeled out. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, that motherfucker's bad as a bitch.
I thought he was riding and banging. I thought he was riding and banging.
On a moped. He came off the bridge on a moped, pulled out, was like, bang, 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 put it back and peeled off. Nigga, that shit was, I don't condone violence.
Some John Wick shit, bro.
That's some only in Elmira shit.
And he must have some type of holster or some type of something that looked like he's done it before, practiced it.
Word up, son.
Like,
and was it like 10 in the morning or something?
Son.
Noon?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Because it wasn't in his waistband. He didn't go back that far. It wasn't in the front. He had that bitch hooked to the bike or something. Like, like a Western horse.
God,
he practiced that shit. I don't give a fuck. That nigga practiced that shit on that bitch. He probably was in the front yard like, I can put it back real quick. The first nigga violate me. That ass, bro. Because that shit was too smooth.
Yo, what y'all's guesses on the reasoning behind wanting to murk a nigga on the corner? Like
money.
Money?
Same thing as everything. Money.
Yeah, money.
I mean, with the
it's
young
only
kids,
two things. It's money or bitches.
I wouldn't even say it like that because with the younger kids, a lot of it is pride. Because it don't. A lot of times it don't have nothing to do with money. It don't have nothing to do with bitches, but it has everything to do with you're not gonna talk to me or you're not gonna play me and embarrass me in some type of way. Oh, you want to call me this? You want to call me that? I stand on business.
I stand on business.
You know what I mean? Like the younger kids is pride, but. Nonetheless,
very dangerous.
I'm not. Like I want to say it one more time. I do not condone any violence, but I watched that video like 10 times in amazement. Like, damn, that dude. Just like Marshall said, he had to practice that shit.
I got a question. How do you know it's like a young person around my age, though?
Ain't nobody said they thought it was a young person around your age.
Who else
what the hell was you doing?
Scooter.
I see.
Well,
I mean, I
I
ride
the
scooter around. Like,
I know one that drives a scooter.
I see a lot of different.
Because we can't. Nobody knows who it is. If
Yeah,
you knew
nobody-
who it was, it's not up to us.
To expel on what Hoodie was saying about the pride thing, and this is a story I probably shouldn't even tell, but I'm gonna tell it. Fuck it. So when I was raising my kids growing up, I would take something from them, and then in order for them to get it back, they'd have to say, "Give it to me," or "Please," and their pride would not let them do it. So I would just keep it, and I was trying to teach them life lessons like pride will get you fucked up.
Right.
Or if you want me to stop, just say this or say that or do that, and they would never do it. And it's a pride thing. And when you said that, it made me think of that. Like,
I heard a story once. This guy was telling me how he raised his kids. I hear you saying that, and I'm thinking. My question was like, what age did you do that at? You know what I mean? Because at a certain point,
9, 10.
I don't think kids understand pride at 9 and 10. But anyway, like I was saying, I heard this dude tell this story. He said he used to his son would come up to him with a problem, and he would basically, okay, son, you know what I mean, but he wouldn't help him fix. He said his son came up to him like, Dad, these wheels fell off my car. Like, okay, well, throw it away. And he kind of looked at him like, but his thing was, you know, he wanted him to put the wheel back on. It's not that hard, you know. And I took that video and I do that with Delmar now. He'll come in with his toy, Dad, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, fix it. And he'll look at me. And he'll sit down. It might take him 5 minutes, but he'll figure that shit back, and he'll look at me like, damn, Dad, yeah, figure it out. Little shit like that. You can come and ask me, Dad, blah blah blah, but I want to see if you will try to figure it out.
Are you gonna whine about it?
Because I'm not going to enable
you. Or you need
every
guidance,
time.
or do I need guidance?
Exactly.
That
You know what
nigga
I'm
didn't need no guidance on the bike. That motherfucker.
Yo, if this happens,
Y'all really canceled. Y'all are really canceled. I'm telling you right now.
Look, I think first and foremost, we're from Elmira, New York. Small population. I mentioned earlier that no matter if you're from the north, south, east, west side, you either know each other, you're related. You know, so the thing that fucks me up with the violence in the city now is like, there's got to be other ways that we can go about dealing with the violence in the city. You know what I'm saying? This shit is low to Cal. He's going to edit the fuck out of it. He got to figure it out.
All right.
Is it that bad?
nah, it ain't that bad.
It's
You
not
just
that bad.
increased the volume in this section of the video.
Yeah, there's got to be a way, man.
You just had to increase the volume of this section of the video.
But like you were saying, though, Cap.
Is that it's just the violence. And yes, I hate to say it, man, and it's not funny that somebody got shot. That shit looked like it was on a Hollywood set. The way this nigga peeled off the bridge, did that left turn in front of traffic. And
it was the wrong way too.
Yeah.
Sped up. To me, that's a motherfucker you don't want no smoke with.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm out here got this thing on me. What?
Like, how did we get to the point that in Elmira, New York, with this small population, that in broad day before afternoon, on the busiest part,
Times are changing, bro.
Yeah, Main and Water Street.
Times are changing.
You know what it
People are
is?
getting
You ready?
more
I got that answer for
Nah,
you.
hold on, I got the answer.
I'll give the next answer.
Drill music.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, my.
I'm running a
I
drill.
knew you were going to
Times are
say that.
changing.
I'm running
yeah.
a drill.
Times are changing.
plays a role in
Not all of it,
not
but
just this situation, because it's not really just about the situation. It's about the violence in our city that we hope that we can help preserve some of these youngins' lives, man.
It's a lack of ass whoopings.
on that, I mean, the lack of ass whoopings means a lot of lack of fathers in the home as well.
That too.
And the
That's
grandma-
what, but a lot of the lack of ass whoopings come, and then behind the ass, it's not just about the ass whoopings. It's, is there a teaching behind the ass whoopings? Because you can whoop ass all day and not teach the child a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% right, because your son and my son both listen to drill music growing up. They ain't never thought about shooting anybody.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
You
My
can
son
spank.
got
Yeah,
a lot of
I
ass
rarely
whoopings,
spank
boy.
my
And
kids.
I also want to clear something up. It's not all just about lack of a father in a home, because sometimes the mother is just too busy trying to chase for a father figure rather than
Pay attention to
raising
that
their
shit.
child.
Facts.
I don't even, sometimes they ain't even looking for a figure. They just looking
Something.
for something.
Yeah.
Break.
Sometimes the mother was trying to
Can you go to
replace
work and take care of us?
the man that she had in her life with
Right.
her child.
Yeah.
And, oh, my son will do this to you because you disrespected me.
Yeah.
As opposed
Yeah, that's
to
a fact,
I should
too.
be protecting my child and not even telling him about the bullshit I put myself in.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? If this was 9/8
And
and this video came out, you know what's happening to scooters in the city? What's happening to the scooters in the city?
They're getting banned.
Everybody getting to work.
You get pulled over as soon as you're on a scooter.
Nigga, everybody with a scooter, them shits is off the street. It's gonna be on the news.
Hey, all I know is that I'm gonna be still on my scooter, bitch, because you can see the metal leg. You know it wasn't me.
You got a built-in kickstand.
Because you be scooting on that motherfucker.
Word up. Shout out, I got a kickstand.
You know how they do around here. What? I wouldn't be surprised though.
That motherfucking leg got a fire.
Hold on. Let me chime in real quick though. Before you start. You also got to think about it too. A lot of people, because when I was growing up in Elmira, because everybody here is growing up in Elmira. When I was growing up in Elmira, it wasn't like this at all very much.
What year was you born though?
1998. I'm 25 years old. I've been here since the 2000s. It wasn't like this when I was a kid. There wasn't a whole bunch of news reports of shootings and stuff all the time.
So check it out, to Cal.
I went to New York City when I was 10 years old, and I was out there for 7-8 years, and I seen a lot when I was out there.
You got to understand, though.
But here's the thing that correlates with New York City, though. A lot of people that are doing these crimes and doing things that are terrible in Elmira are not even from Elmira. They're coming from New York City itself. Rochester.
So this is where I'm gonna have to put my foot down.
Because say what I'm about to say.
I was in the streets, right?
Right.
I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst time periods of my life. I was in the streets. I was involved in shit that I went to prison for letting my gun go off and doing all type of other shit. So this shit been happening for a long fucking time.
That's what I was gonna say to them.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's more frequent.
Listen, just let me finish.
So
the fact that we have social media, we have cameras, we have people that are more willing to come forward as
there's more eyeballs on it.
So now it's being brought to your attention more.
Yeah.
The shit been happening.
And since you were so young, you didn't know. And as you grow older, you grow into your personality, you grow into your mindset where I can think for myself, I know right from wrong, and you start seeing this shit. Like you said,
the older
this shit
niggas
has
that
been
was getting
going
into
on.
this shit back in the day are praying to God and saying, thank you for
getting
allowing
me through.
to survive this without doing 20 years in the pen.
He's not 100% wrong though, because a lot of the
he's
violence
not.
does come from a lot of niggas from Rochester.
Listen.
And
This is where I'm telling him he's incorrect.
Correct. Yeah. No.
Because back in the day, there was mad violence.
Yeah.
Based on Rochester, New York City, it was 20 times worse.
It was crazy.
The Rochester niggas have had babies with females here, so it's not a Rochester and Elmira thing. It's just the Elmira thing. Even the Rochester niggas are from Elmira. They claim that. So back in the day, it was a war you couldn't even understand.
Yeah, it was way different.
It was a war where it was Elmira versus every motherfucker that's from out of town. And we was banging out guns, fights, stabbings. It was crazy back then. Today, it's crazy because it's the youth that were raised by these civilized people that got past that, but they're still attached to some shit they don't really know much about until they introduce themselves to it.
Mexicans.
Y'all were not gonna let me down on that, huh?
Yo,
hold on, Marsh, real quick. I gotta say one thing, and I hate to change the subject, but Hoodie was in a parade earlier. The
Thanksgiving parade, right?
But what I seen a float with Mark Twain on it. Mark Twain's one of the most racist people that's ever walked this earth.
Right.
I didn't see a single Express. I didn't see a single Ernie Davis anything.
Now he was there.
They had a train that said Express, but it had nothing to do with Ernie Davis.
When the parade finished and everybody went home, he came back on his own and did a double back.
Yeah, he had the football and everything. He was running like this in his Heisman pose and shit.
Stupid. Now, just from an Elmira perspective, it blew my mind. Me and my brother Kyle were talking about it because he's white, by the way. But when Mark Twain was coming down the thing, he was like, "That's one of the most racist motherfuckers in the world."
Did he own slaves, or one of his people owned slaves?
Dude,
I'm pretty sure.
One of the characters in his book's name was Nigger Jim.
Yeah, Nigger Jim.
I ain't read none of that nigga's book.
You never heard about Twain shit?
I don't know.
Nigga Jim.
But it's pretty. Maybe that's another subject we can talk about next week. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's getting about to be
Yeah,
12
it's
p.m.
about, it's about that time.
I can't let it go yet. I'm tired of y'all niggas trying to get up out of here.
Yo.
For that reason, I changed the locks on the doors and I put the
Something told me something told me to bring my Simtex with me tonight.
Yo.
We'll get out. I just call some Mexicans.
Yo, you're not gonna let me down.
Yo, before we get out of here, yo, again, I want to say on behalf of the whole team, thank you so very much for your support. You're subscribing to the channel. You're subscribing to our page on Facebook. But please, please, if you are subscribed on Facebook to us, please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
and please comment and give some feedback for us so we can give you something that you may want to see that we're currently not doing. You know,
And if you're a woman interested in DeKalb, follow us, hit us up. Because we are pimping them out. We got DeKalb looking for some Mexican bitches. That's what
Hold it,
before we get out of here, and I want to keep it in mind that you know, we're not doing this for fame. We're not anticipating fortune from this. We all have voices that are powerful when it's just us in groups. So why not let it out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why not let the people hear the things that we talk about? Some of you guys are minus these conversations, and that's where there's a deficit in your life. Like, you should be able to have these conversations, whether you're right or wrong. Your man has to check you, educate you on something. So that's the reason why you should like and subscribe.
Be open. You just got to be open to things that you might not understand, because you might be like, "Oh, that's nice. Let me do a little more research on that."
And that's where, and that's where the comment comes in. Don't be scared to comment. We're all laid back people. 9 times out of 10, you know everybody. Talk shit. You know what I mean? Hoodie, what you mean? Blah blah blah. Marshall, what you mean? Blah blah blah. And I'll respond. You know what I mean?
I'll
respond. Don't be
too.
scared to say nothing. You know what I mean?
I get to go home and smack her in the butt. So
Make sure if you like DeKalb, you hit us up. We trying to pimp DeKalb out.
Has any female interest?
Yeah, don't
He's single. He's young. He's single. Ready to
the boy's a
mingle.
bull.
He got that alpaca.
But at the same time, we can't throw him on the spot. He might have, you know what I mean? We don't know what this man, you know what I'm saying? We don't.
by the way, I will bust your ass in Call of Duty.
Which Call of Duty we talking?
Doesn't matter.
That's some gangster response shit.
I'll whoop you in Black Ops 1, 2, and 3.
Doesn't matter. Lies.
100%. I maxed out all the camos for each and every game.
How can we document this?
Let's bring them. We can put a camera. We can Twitch stream. He got a Twitch.
Yeah, I got Twitch.
You PS5 or Xbox?
I'm on PC.
he on the big boy shit. He on the big boy
Yeah, he
shit.
on the cheating shit.
You scared of
No.
Well, all you gotta do is click and it's a headshot. I don't play PC, dude.
You don't play PC?
You don't play PC, dudes, because it actually takes skill to aim on
All
PC.
you have to do is
Whoa, shots fired,
while
shots
people on
fired.
console, they have
right click and it's
hold
a
on,
headshot.
hold on. Let me
That's
point
why
out
they block y'all.
let me point out to the public that a lot of people that don't know what we're talking about. A lot of people on console that use controllers, they have a thing called aim assist. They don't have to
don't have
try
aim
to
assist.
aim. You have aim assist.
I ain't got no aim assist.
You're gonna lose.
That sounds like a disease I don't want. I don't know. You got aim assist? I don't want nothing to do with that.
What system do you got?
Aim assist?
Let's do this as
You don't got Xbox?
No, I don't play
can
Xbox.
we prove
Xbox
Because-
is for Canadians and Mexicans.
Hold on. The reason why I say Xbox is because Microsoft bought Activision.
Nigga, we don't
Activision.
care about all the technical
No.
specs.
This is
How can we
important
prove
information.
this shit?
So you
How
playing
can
a
we prove
PS5?
this shit?
Yeah.
When we going
So I can get a PS5 with the Call of Duty. Let's
But
make
you
evidence.
can't play any of the old games on its PS5. That's why I'm saying this,
I can.
because Xbox has made it so they fixed all the servers. It hasn't been
Oh, yeah,
fixed
the
for PS5.
Oh, so you can't play Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 on the
You can play
PS5.
local though.
Yeah, you can play
We
locally
play
though.
split screen on the same TV.
So let's get it
Split
popping next.
screen.
Let's get it popping.
Y'all-
any
you're
of
definitely
those
gonna
to the
call me a cheater.
basketball
So can y'all set up like a game with just
Yeah,
y'all
we're gonna
two?
set that up.
Yeah.
So let's set up a game with just y'all two and DOA.
And we're gonna commentate.
And if anybody want
what
that Madden
content?
work, holla at me.
With that being said, man, we love y'all, man. Make sure
We love y'all.
sign up,
Mindful
sign up.
Exchange.
y'all.
Get the fuck
Have
out
a
Get the
great
cow
week,
some
everybody.
bitches. Cow me some
Yes.
Peace.